Do you see them? They flew down from the sky. It's the angels in the taglines.
I thought you were just going to say it's taglines.
Oh, no. They're angels.
Angels in the taglines?
Angels in the taglines.
And are they going to save the taglines?
I hope so.
Because they didn't bring any.
There's none?
There's none.
Damn.
Yeah. There's none.
Well, that's what we get for doing a TV movie, I guess.
Yes, this was from the Wonderful World of Disney. Yeah. Not Walt Disney's Wonderful World of Color, which is where Mr. Boogedy films were. Yeah. This is from 95 to 2010?
Yeah, because this was 98.
Is that right?
97. 2010?
Yeah, I want to say.
For that long?
Maybe?
They were just basically like 2 hour, a movie, but also basically just a 2 hour long commercial for like the Disney parks, because all the breaks were like, this is what's happening in Disneyland.
Yeah, 97.
Yeah, this was made in 97, but the Wonderful World of Disney was 1995 to 2005. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, so this was in its heyday.
So it coincided with the opening of DCA around the same time?
This is where
DCA was 2010.
2010.
Mm-hmm. That was for sure.
DCA,
right?
What? No, DCA opened in 2001.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
So
ones and zeros. That's all I know.
Yeah, no.
This
Wonderful World.
I'm a robot.
Wonderful World of Disney is where we got that great preview of California Adventure with Colin Mockery and Richard Kind. Yeah, and it's god awful.
I'm surprised you know who they are because I don't.
Colin Mockery from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh, okay.
And Richard Kind, Bing Bong. And several other...
I like how you're like, Richard Kind, the voice of Bing Bong, where I'm supposed to be like, oh yeah, okay, the elephant. A giant elephant was introducing things around the park.
Is he the bald one or the really tall one?
He's the bald one.
The bald one.
Anyway, we're not even...
California Adventure.
Wait, he isn't. He's with Rosie O'Donnell at the Bodine Bakery.
Yes.
That's him.
Hold the phone. We haven't even gotten to the intro.
I bring back Rosie again.
With no reported budget, no reported gross, and 6 miracle plays, 1 deflating rocket football, 1 angel stuffing himself into a locker, 1 magic bouncing ball, and 1 halo toss with a 4.8 on IMDb, it's 1997's Angels in the Endzone. Let's drop some bombs.
I'll see you in hell.
You wanted to cloud people?
We prefer the term angels. It's more dignified.
Popeye's chicken is fucking awesome.
You look good.
You lying to me, boy?
What?
You heard me, you piece of shit. There ain't nobody call nobody for 30 seconds. Hell, you can't even dial that fast.
I've been waiting 20 years for this. April Fool, assholes.
Welcome to Bonds Away, the only podcast recorded inside a projection booth. My name is Jonathan Young. Joining me inside the studio, as always, is Mr. Vicente Morales.
How you all doing?
And Mr. Tyler Rowe.
Blue 42, hike.
Okay.
Yeah, welcome to the football podcast.
It's literally any other podcast but this movie at this point.
Yeah.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
And today we have a couple announcements to kick off the show. So first off, I wanted to let everybody know that it is official. Tickets are on sale at thefridacinema.org right now. Okay, and that is for our next live show. That's April 27th. That's a Saturday. I have to correct myself from the previous 2 episodes. It is a Saturday, not a Friday. Saturday, 7 p.m., and the movie will be Plan 9 from Outer Space. 60th anniversary.
Woo! Yay.
Ed Wood's masterpiece.
Magnum opus.
Diamond anniversary.
So if you've actually seen Tim Burton's Ed Wood, this is the movie that they were making in that movie and then go to the premiere to at the end of the film. Yeah. So, and if you haven't, you should come check out Ed Wood, which is playing the weekend before us in basically anticipation of our Plan 9 from outer space. So I understand it's Avengers Endgame weekend. We totally fucked up.
I forgot.
Yeah. Like I'm going to see Endgame at 11 a.m. that day. So you guys will see me like when we come in to set up, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh fuck!"
Damn, you're going to see it?
Yeah.
Shit.
What? You're not?
I forgot about it.
How did you forget about it? You just did an event.
I know. Jeremy Renner vaped at me.
Tell your story.
He vaped at me. He Jules, man. He was just like, and then he waved at me, and I was like, ah, cool. And then
him and Alan just walked away.
yeah, and then Paul Rudd gave me like a sup nod, and then
That's a good one.
yeah, and then I was like, damn, you look so good for 50. And then
Wow,
yeah, he just
50?
turned 50 yesterday.
Oh, that's what the jokes are. Okay.
Yeah. And then Scarlett Johansson and Brie Larson smiled at me, and I felt complete.
Okay.
Sorry, Carly.
Robert
And,
Downey didn't do anything?
he was doing something else when we were like taking care of what we were taking care of when we saw all of them, and
He's like the most
Chris
active
Hemsworth
of
is
all.
like-
Sorry.
oh yeah, no, Chris Hemsworth is just like a hunk of a man. God, he is like a god walking on earth.
He like when he did Candlelight like 2 years ago at the park. Just people were like fawning over him in the green room.
They're literally talking about how they're going to be helping sick kids. Like each of them got to say their piece, and he like again sick kids. That's what they're talking about.
And then he like lifted 5 of them with one arm
No, he literally.
in wheelchairs.
You can watch the video on Disneyland's Facebook page and all this kind of stuff. But he literally
Sure.
says, "Hey," and then the audience, all the women in the audience went nuts. It was like, "Yo, we're here for some sick kids," and he was like, "Hey," and they're like,
Yeah, they had to call in. They had to call in the hoses early.
"It was." No, they
They're like, damn.
they
Mid
didn't.
shift, I had to come in.
No, they didn't have to come in early. They had to call custodial with the brooms to sweep up the flooding in the land.
We gotta.
I liked his better actually.
Fuck you.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Good job.
Sweep
Vicente.
up the flooding.
What,
basements were
what?
flooded.
I don't
Push brooms?
understand
Yeah,
that.
you see them doing that early in the morning.
Oh yeah, yes, every once in a while.
You would notice if you worked.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, nobody knows what we're talking about.
No.
A handful of maybe, however many thousand people work at the park now.
Yeah.
And they're not listening. So, yeah, back to our thing. Yes, sorry, it's Avengers Endgame weekend, but please come out to another space movie and support us. Plan 9 from Outer Space is 7 p.m., at the Frida Cinema in Santa Ana, California. And if you are not local to that area, write us. Tell us that you want us to come to your town, and we'll make it happen. We'll figure it out. Probably.
Yeah.
We might need to do some fundraising, but like we'll figure it out. We love doing these, and we love bringing our love of bad movies and B movies to like an actual audience. And I tell you, there's not a better feeling for me than watching an audience watch one of the movies that we picked. It's just so much fun to hear people laugh at something that was unintentionally like supposed to be funny.
Yeah, and come out and see me gush about this awful film because I love it unironically. I just love this film so much.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So that's April 27th. Please come out, join us, 7 p.m. Tickets are $15, and you get the movie, a pre-show, photo opportunities, and then, of course, us after the show.
The best part.
Yep. So, with that being said, though, we have a little bit of a sad announcement. And, sir, would you like to take over the reins on this one?
Well, everybody listening, I'd like to inform with a lot of consideration, I will be departing from the show and leaving these two fantastic co-hosts as...
You liar.
in the small time. We made it to 100 episodes. I got I think I'm going out on top. So it's time to quit
We
while
actually
I'm
did
ahead.
6 a week.
It's time to quit while I'm ahead.
I just thought about it. I'm like, literally, I'm the only person who's actually done all 100.
That's typically how it works when you're the creator of the show.
But I mean, there's even 2 episodes in which Jarrett wasn't on, where I went back home for Christmas and like asked guests to be on. So like even. Yeah, like
damn.
It's like you're that one guy, the band that they keep changing the drummers and everything.
Yeah, I'm Panic at the Disco.
You're just still the same guy.
I'm just Brendan Urie, just going around and like, oh, I'm of consenting age. What?
Well,
You know that song?
I don't listen to Panic at the Disco.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not an emo 16-year-old.
to not take away from more from the show and listen to some funny stuff, I will be departing. It's with a heavy heart, and actually I will be missing all this inane and wonderful talk about details that most people wouldn't even notice and jokes that would spiral out of control. But
Sure. Indeed they do.
But yeah,
I chimed in.
but I wish these two guys the best. They've been
Thank you,
great,
sir.
and I think they have a very prosperous and bright, funny future working together.
Let's hope so.
I wish them.
Oh,
the
working
best.
together.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought just a funny future.
No.
Like, full of pain for me, but
if you have to
actually
keep
like funny
telling-
for everyone else.
A funny future.
If you tell yourself that every morning, that's fine.
Yeah.
In 10 years, Tyler grows a third arm. It'll be hilarious.
Watch Jonathan still can't pee.
It's like, hey, you guys do that? What did Carly think segment? No, she left me. Oh, okay.
Oh, damn. That is. He just wished us well and then was like, I curse you.
Yeah, right. It's gonna be what did Beans think after that? My cat.
Every time it's just meow.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys,
What did
be
Beans say?
attending some school stuff, and yes, I'm got ensconced away by Disney Aspire as well. So
Goddamn funkin' Disney Aspire.
Yo, I'm going for it too.
No. No, seriously, like I think it's a great thing that the company is offering, you know, like free school. Like who wouldn't take that? Me, I guess. Well, no, I'm just waiting for it to be real classes instead of online. I can't do this online stuff.
I'm stoked for online. I'm just waiting for them to get some degrees that are applicable to what I want to do.
Sure. Yeah.
That's
what,
my
you don't want an HVAC degree?
I love crawling around in tubes in the ceiling.
You know how many rides break down for the AC that we need to fix?
I just keep having a John McClane movie. Hey, they said it'd be fun. Have a couple laughs.
Just every HVAC guy in a vent.
They got a degree that's just it's Indiana Jones technician. You just make sure it's running properly.
Nobody actually passes that degree.
Yeah, that's why it's always down.
You're in Pirates and you're always wearing like wet pants and you're just staring at the people. Yeah, keep going.
Just
push the boat. Push
Just
the boat.
swamp overalls.
Yeah.
Waiters.
Aspire.
Yeah,
no, another goddamn like person on the chopping block because of this this damn future building program, right? Jarrett left me, and now you're leaving me. And
Well, I gotta catch up with you, man. Come on.
what do you mean?
You got the skills. I need. Your
I got the
skills.
skills without Aspire.
No.
I
That's
gotta
what.
do hard work.
Yeah,
I gotta do it the other way around.
15 years worth of struggle, and
Yeah,
then Disney's like,
exactly.
"Here's something for free."
Dang.
So, ironically, you inspired me to better myself.
Oh no, that's great. No, and I'm very happy for you, and we wish you well as well. It just,
I thank you.
you know, you'll be passing on from the show, just like this movie.
Just like
So, like for your,
worst segue ever.
you're gonna put an in memoriam segment now at the beginning.
oh, we should. That'd be so funny.
It's just you like tossing out facts that people are like, "Whoa, I didn't know that."
We should make an in memoriam. That'd be funny. Make it for all the actors who have died from the movies we've done, but then pepper in these guys.
Okay. Well, we're still doing it. By the way, is the 100 episode like people are voting on?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the first round actually happened, and I was just giving it a little bit of time before I do the second round, and then those will be put into basically where you'll vote for the final. So that's all still happening. I figured that I would announce it for the 100th, and then we'd actually do the show in which we do like the Academy Awards kind of thing by our like 2nd anniversary, which is July 15th.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Sounds
so like there is a plan. If everybody's like, yeah, where is that? It's. I'm basically doing it once.
Yeah,
a
where's
month.
that?
Yeah, said no one ever.
Me yesterday, actually, I was like, wait a minute, I did that poll.
Yeah. So yeah, the second part of that should actually probably come out this week. All right. So, gentlemen, you ready to get in the end zone? You ready to move those chains?
What?
That's a football term.
Oh, you're talking.
Who's that guy who sings "Are you ready for that football"? Then he got caught.
Are you ready for some football? That one?
Basketball is my favorite sport.
Hank Jr. Williams, something? I don't know.
Hank Williams Jr.
What?
I like when they dribble up and down the court. My favorite move is the alley-oop. I played that song the other day for Carly. She did not believe that it was real.
So, Angels.
Like that cunt-hole Steve.
We like sports and we don't care who knows.
Football.
Tennis, hockey, golf. That entire music video is better than the entirety of
Wait,
this
what
film.
team was that?
Yeah.
What football team in the 80s was the one that did that
Oh,
rap?
the Super Bowl Shuffle?
That Super Bowl shuffle.
Yeah, that was the Bears.
the Bears.
The
right?
Bears.
That was the
Bears.
last time they went, I think.
Yeah. It was
Poor
the Bears.
Chicago.
Damn.
Right?
Just having a heart attack.
They could really just use a win.
Yeah. You would think that somebody would have made a joke about them, but instead they attacked Utah Jazz in this.
Which is weird because it's a basketball joke.
Yeah.
In the
I
middle of a
thought it was
football
because
movie.
they were Mormons.
So let's kick this off because like this is another thing.
Let's kick it off and receive it.
Oh, a lot of puns. So immediately I'm already confused because I know that this movie's going to be about football, and it starts in a baseball
field.
Yeah,
Yes.
with a rat.
Yes, with a rat in a popcorn.
It's almost
bucket.
as if they were like, "Hey, remember the Angels that we saved in '94? They shit again."
Yeah, basically like no one's here, and they
Yeah.
still are shit.
Yeah.
Fuck the Angels.
Tony Danza's dead, man.
Well, look at that trout.
God.
Trout farm.
Oaktown all day. They're the Oakland's rivals. So,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I gotta shit on them as much as possible.
Okay. Yeah, so Christopher Lloyd is back as Al.
Poor guy.
Right?
He deserves so much better.
And to give those people that may not have heard, this is Angels in the Outfield was episode 3 that we did back in the day.
Holy shit, that's a long time ago.
1994.
Me and Jarrett and another person.
Damn.
No, it's Callan. That was her first episode. And what's funny is, just like you today,
Uh-oh.
I actually, that was her first episode, and I did not commit. Like, I did not finish that movie.
Oh, God.
I'm admitting it now, like 100 episodes later, which is weird. It is exactly 100 episodes.
Is this 103?
Yes. What? That's weird. Yeah.
Synchronicities, welcome to us.
But I didn't plan that.
Cyclical.
And so we did this, but I didn't finish like the last 20 minutes.
Oh
20
shit, I didn't watch just the
minutes?
last
Wow.
6. That's a
Yeah.
big chunk, man.
That's big.
I just had them like update me. I was like, and then what happened? Because like I don't know what happened that day for me.
The last 20 minutes of that movie is when the Angels prevent the first
World War?
Trade Center
Oh.
bombing.
The first one.
Yeah, the first one.
Was it-
we can't interrupt during championships.
That's fucked up.
Oh, it's okay.
We can laugh.
It's been years.
That was 30 years ago.
not 30.
30
The first
years?
World Trade Center?
Oh, the first one.
Yeah.
I was talking about the final blow.
Number 2, Electric Boogaloo.
That's terrible.
Shit. It's been almost 20 years. We can laugh.
No.
No.
Pete Davidson's dad died for our sins. So
Oh.
Damn.
Even Pete's somewhere shrugging at that joke.
Man, he's dating Kent Beckinsale. What does he have
Yeah,
to worry
what the
about?
fuck?
He
He's
doesn't
just
have to-
running through people.
Yeah.
He's like,
What does he have to
He's
complain
like, just like,
about?
anyone want to plow?
He's like, all right, I'm gonna date the textbook version of a porn star that fits into the teen category. All right, she left me. Time to date the MILF category.
Yep.
Good for him.
Right? So, I'm sorry, I'm still on your joke.
Welcome to Angels in the Endzone.
Okay,
yes,
so-
it starts in a baseball field.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher Lloyd is playing baseball when some football angels come down from the sky.
And are literally like, hey, like, baseball season's over. It's time for us to play. And I'm like, is somebody renovating the football Angels stadium?
Well, see, what's weird about that to me is, yes, the Angels do not share a stadium, which didn't dawn on me because the A's...
But the Rams do.
Yes, the A's and the Raiders share a stadium.
Right.
So, but what's funny about that is that football season and baseball season overlap a little bit. So there was these old games I remember going to in Oakland where in the middle of the field, like center field was the Raiders logo still on the grass from the previous game, and it was all torn up and still looked like. And then when they were playing their football games, they'd be running across the baseball diamond too.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like the worst.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
And historically speaking, usually that's how it goes too. Is like it's a baseball stadium.
Yeah.
That like they like
turn into a football stadium.
Yeah, it's
Same
never
thing for,
really
like,
the other way
Giants
around.
And the 49ers before they all moved and everything like that. Yeah.
So I feel like that's what's happening here. They're like, "Hey, come on,
it's our field,"
right? And then he turns to the camera, and he's like, "Are you ready for some football?" Right? And I'm like, "Who's he talking to? Us?"
Yeah, he is.
Right? This was like a trailer for the movie.
Yeah,
the movie.
Yeah, they were like, put the TV spot in it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it just, boom, it goes on, right? And we are introduced to this family, right?
The Harpers.
The Harpers, right? And we have Jesse, he's the older brother, right? And Kevin, he's the younger brother.
Yes.
Right? And they are played by...
Matthew Lawrence is the older brother.
Uh-huh.
And Gallagher, I forget his first name, but he's the Seventh Heaven kid.
Okay. So Matthew Lawrence, for me, most famous for the older son in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yes.
Right?
David Gallagher. David Gallagher was the Seventh Heaven kid, which
Got
was
it.
the younger brother. Kevin.
Okay. And then we have the mom, who I don't know what else she's been in. Jeez.
I just looked it up, but she was in Tokyo Drift.
Okay.
So she has a long, prolific career.
Sure. And then the dad, who I know him as the main dad to the cheerleader in Heroes.
Yeah, Noah Bennett.
Yeah, Noah Bennett. That's right.
HRG. Horn-rimmed glasses.
Horn-rimmed glasses.
Get shot in the eye.
I loved him.
He was fantastic in that role.
Yes.
That's the only role I know him as.
Yeah, I don't know
when
him
I
in
see him
anything
without
else.
the glasses, it just weirds me out.
That's
like,
true. And this is him. He's pretty young here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, they introduce the family, and then there's a couple football references right off the bat, being like, "This is how you hold a football, son." It's like,
and his room is like textbook 1990s adolescent room. Like it's like they just borrowed the set from Boy Meets World or something like that.
Yeah. And there's a car bed, but now it's in the closet because he just grew up.
Yeah. And there's a license plate on the wall that for the longest time I thought it said boobs on it, but it didn't. They finally did a zoom, like a close up on it, and it doesn't. So.
And the thing about it is that I never really saw the entire movie through, but just by him.
So nobody watched this movie.
Before,
no. Oh,
yeah, before.
I thought you meant
no,
even
before.
in this sitting.
But even in the way that his dad was talking to him about holding the ball, I was like, man, you're dead. You're gonna die.
Well, this is a Disney film.
Come
A
on.
parent has to die.
Well, okay, so
He doesn't die though.
yeah, no, he's not dead.
He lives the whole time.
He just didn't want to come home.
Yeah.
This is a story about divorce.
He went to the cigarette store and never came back.
Oh.
No, he's teaching his son how to hold a football, and he's like, can't get stripped away like this. It's like, okay, cool. And then it just moves on. This movie knows, like, jack shit about football.
That's true.
It's like,
Yeah.
you just catch the ball, run, and you're good.
Yep. So now it introduces us to the high school football team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Known as the Westfield Angels.
Yes.
And I just have to say, for a film from 1998, how progressive it is that they put on screen the first special ed football team.
All of them.
It was confusing.
The
Like,
quarterback, oh my god, is straight hard-coded retarded. Like he's...
And the assistant coach guy, who his shtick was supposed to be like he's always eating.
Artie,
There was a point.
also handicapped.
There was a point where I feel like the coach just was giving that kid a break. So like he really doesn't have a job. He just comes and has a whistle.
No, that's radio.
Yeah.
he was eating like someone we know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like food dropping out of his mouth. Just like, ooh.
Oh, what are you doing here?
It's been 6 months. I work here.
Yep.
No, yeah.
All of them. And they're always like standing around with their mouths agape and staring off into space. And you're like, who told you guys like this was what you were going to do, how you were going to do it?
Yeah.
Like they're all special.
We're like on the ruler of like retardation, we're like a 16th of an inch under just drooling on themselves.
Yeah,
Right?
It's because if they wanted to show a sucky team, then you have like Major League's version of a sucky team. They're all competent, but they're terrible as baseball players. These kids are literally not there mentally.
Yeah, I don't understand that decision by the filmmakers. Like, oh no, they just can't be bad. They have to be retarded.
Well, I mean, I feel like most of it was the fact, like, if I really had to, like, narrow it down of, like, what the reason why this actually happened, I would probably guess that they're like, we don't have the budget to film a lot of stunts in which we show how much they suck, so we'll show that they're mentally incapacitated.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's just wild. That was the first thing right off the bat. I was like, what? It's just like the quarterback's glasses are all crooked on his face. Like,
it'd be one thing if the quarterback just like was like nearsighted or something.
Yeah.
Right? But he's also like, my
yeah. Yeah. God.
Hey, Coach John's how these pants look?
And then
They look fine, radio.
And then that one guy that almost borderline on,
I love that scene.
autistic because he's like, "Why aren't you wearing your jersey? I don't want to get it. I don't want to get it dirty. I don't want to get my jersey dirty."
No, he's just predating Waterboy. I know you ain't playing no foosball, Bobby Boucher.
Well, Mama don't know. Don't hurt her. Roy, then he showed his ass.
Mama say the females are the devil.
Them Gators are so angry because it's got no teeth.
Mama say foosball's the devil.
God.
Satan did make a cameo in this movie as well.
Yeah.
Look like John Lovitz as Satan.
Yeah. I do have to say, you never would have thought that a movie about a bad football team could be any worse than Waterboy, but here it is.
No,
Yeah, but that's a great example. That and Longest Yard, I have to put it out there, is like that's a great example of like here are a bunch of like characters who are out there but bad. They're not actually.
They're literally just in this film to be dumb.
Yeah.
They don't get any character arcs, really.
None of them.
None of them.
No.
At least, okay, so I have to do some parallels to the first movie here. At least you had, like, Tony Danza, it was the pitcher in the first movie, right? And he was just old and worn out.
He's a burnout.
Right?
Yeah.
And a cigarette smoker, and he was going to die.
Wow.
That was heavy-handed, too.
That's a big
They were like,
sin.
look at him. He's got 6 months to live. And like, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's like, no!
Yeah.
And he's like, that's what happens when you smoke, kid.
They did a foreshadowing because he's turning, and then they do a flash of a superimposed Angel's wing, and he's like, what was that? And he's all like, he'll be joining us soon.
Right.
Like, you just told
and
the
then you
kid.
could like see through his body, and it was like a charred lung. It was really weird.
His angel was still smoking, though, because they got cigarettes in heaven.
And then he just turned to the angel, was like, "Hey, Angela!"
And he was all like, hold me closer, Tony Danza.
And then he was like, come watch my boring-ass talk show. It's on at 1 p.m.
Hey, wait, I just got a thought of something. It's that movie with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
50-50.
No, and Tony
500
Danza.
Days of Summer.
Tony Danza and Scarlett Johansson. He has that porn addiction in it.
Don
Juan.
Don Juan. Yeah, he plays his dad.
I forgot he was in that.
Yeah, he plays his dad. The most Italian dad ever. He never wears a shirt. He's always got an A shirt on.
That's right.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't thought about that since I first watched
Yeah,
that movie.
because that was in there. My body, my place, my woman, my porn. And he keeps doing that whole mantra again and again.
Hell
and again
yeah.
and again.
I tell you what, that was one of the most relatable films for me. I was like, yeah, sometimes I'd spend like an hour looking for the perfect porn too.
It's all about the angles.
It's about the storyline, sir.
So then the what's his name character, what you think is the main character of this film,
Jesse
shows up to try out. Almost an audition. My theater kid is showing
to audition.
Hello, yes, I'd like to do a monologue from Cats.
I'd like to do a monologue from Remember the Titans. Thank you.
Goes in the end zone. He's like, memories all alone in the
Puts on a
moonlight.
thick Southern accent, and I'm like, no, don't do that.
I would like to do a monologue from Any Given Sunday. Hooah!
You got the part, kid.
As individuals, we fall apart together.
The fursuit's back there.
You don't score until you score. Yeah.
So he showed.
Were you like a foot away from the mic?
Say hello to my little friend.
That's that cockroach Tony Montana.
Son of a bitch.
So he shows up for the tryout, and they're not even. It's like a tryout, but they're not even gonna let him try out.
Yeah.
Which is weird. And then he goes and
Which is super weird because later on he's like, all I ever really wanted to do was see like the son of like one of the greatest football players that I ever did play on the same team.
yeah.
And I was like, well, what?
Yeah, it's like, why didn't you just let him on the field? So anyway, he runs, he catches the ball. Good job, great sport.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised that somebody threw him a compable pass.
Yeah, and they were like, congratulations, you're the star tailback.
Yeah, right? And then also this Indian kid shows up.
No, he's Spanish.
Is he?
Yes.
Oh my god. Well,
He's
because he calls him Pascal or
No,
something?
no,
Like,
no,
I
no,
thought
no.
he was
No,
being
let me tell you.
racist.
No, he was.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's literally, it borders. There's a creepy scene with the psychologist is gonna come up too, but it borders where I'm
what
like,
was that?
I am watching a Disney film,
Mm-hmm.
and then I remember the scene very much because he comes up, he's all like, no, this is football or soccer, it's not the same thing, and then he kicks, like again, they're always the same thing, and they're like, hey, come back, Pele.
Yeah, he calls him Pele.
Pele.
Yeah.
Yes, which is a soccer player.
Oh.
Yes, bend it like Pele. Remember that film?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played for the Astros in New York during the 70s, and that's how basically the only football player that people of his generation can even remember.
Okay.
Football.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I just remember King of the Hill when they're like, "This is football," and it's making Hank uncomfortable because he's gyrating his hips in front of him. He's like, "Oh,
Oh, man.
oh.
So,
football."
he's not Indian.
No, he's
No.
Spanish.
Okay, okay.
Like Spanish, like a Spaniard.
Got it.
He's some
Got
kid
it.
playing brown face.
So now I'm racist.
Yes.
Yes.
No, so he so they go. Jesse goes home.
Well, wait.
Oh wait, what?
Well, because this kid is like, oh, I want to play,
Oh, yeah,
and he's like, no, you can't, right? And so the kid like,
it's like, sorry, we
kicks-
already met that one brown kid quota on the team.
We need a kicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any African Americans on this team.
There's one.
There's one.
Oh, there's
right
one?
at the end, they
the one,
show him.
Well, no, it's the guy who gets a semi-concussion at the beginning,
That's right. Runs into the pole, and he's like, oh.
and then Will Smith comes up. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
and so this kid like kind of walks away and just kicks a ball, and it goes like up and over like the entire
And
bleachers.
it hits an airplane that crashes into stands. 300 dead, just like Robot Jocks.
They knew what they signed up for.
And so he's like, oh my god, give this kid a uniform, right? The kid walks up to him, kisses him on both cheeks. He's like, hey, we don't play that kind of shit here, right?
Yeah, and then he goes-
and then turns to the camera and is like,
He's like, I haven't been kissed like that in years. It's like,
I'm like,
okay,
man,
Jerry Sandusky,
You
get
are-
off the field.
He goes,
you are
weird.
a very lonely man.
This is weird. This is 1997
Yeah.
Disney.
Yeah.
That's right. Eisner was running the company into the ground.
This shouldn't be happening.
Again,
I
it's-
should go to Pleasure Island instead.
Do you think I'm cool now, son?
Yeah, his teenage son was like, I guess that's cool. He's a weirdo.
Do you like Goof Trope?
Doesn't his kid have a weird fucking name too, Michael Eisner? It's like Drax or some shit like that.
Oh, Max.
Oh god.
So yeah, then Jesse goes home, right, and calls his dad on the phone. And it's like, I got it, right? And he's like, and his dad's on the other end of the phone.
Like, yes!
He's like, woo!
Everyone looks at him and he goes, my son made starting tailback, and they all birdemic clap for him.
They did.
They're all hard cut, and goes to them on the phone, and he's like, get some takeout tonight for.
Yeah, he's like, I'm
celebrate.
gonna bring home some food, right? Somehow the younger kid, his younger brother,
And
is
the
like,
mom.
get pizza.
No, they're on the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see a phone in
they're
their
on the
ear.
other phone.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they say get pizza, and he's like, okay. Pizza.
Also, in archaic,
Forget that joke.
as archaic technology, we have to describe they have a cord phone.
Well, sure.
You know,
I
for
love
them in
corded phones.
1997. And again, like the same thing I always say about like a lot of the professions that these parents have to have in these movies. Like apparently the mom does not work, 1997, and the dad is like some sort of like
Architect.
Architect.
Yep.
Yep.
That's like go-to white dad
Yeah.
job.
Yeah. I mean,
Buildings got to get built.
but it shows like the guy was a football star, got hit in the head a couple times, didn't really need to, and then he became an architect.
He got hit in the head.
I mean, he's a football player.
Oh, okay.
Peter Harper.
All right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sideways buildings right now because of this man.
Yeah, he designed the Guggenheim, but twisted building.
And the Tower of Pisa.
I mean, I don't think an ex-football player with concussive brain damage should become an architect, for sure.
He just designed TDA.
So yeah,
This is the origin story of TDA.
I
Yeah.
mean, his violent outbursts at work, they're like, Peter, we've been saying, I know you're happy, but you can't scream
For every-
erratically like that.
For everybody who's never seen TDA.
it's that building off the 5
It's-
on
yeah.
the right-hand side behind Disneyland.
At Disneyland, it's our like administration building, and it is like a mishmash. It's like if somebody took like a couple like building blocks and just stacked them crookedly on top of each other, and then was like, let's put a weird random spiral staircase like in the center of all of this.
Well,
Yeah.
beyond that, when I barely started here at the Traditions, that's when they were giving it their kooky paint job that was just coming at you when the sun hits.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So anyway. Right, it's okay. This is a Disney movie. It can be a little Disney heavy for those who are not familiar from across the coast or something.
Yeah.
We already got the setup because before he hangs up, he says, "I'm gonna get going because they say a storm's coming."
Yeah.
You're dead.
This is the
Most
most
dead. He doesn't die.
weird, awkward, foreboding scene ever.
And then it literally, he says, "There's a storm coming in," and then they turn on it cuts to them like the weather being like, "There's a big storm coming through."
Jack Frost, Michael Keaton.
Oh, you took my joke for later, you son of a bitch! I've been sitting on it since last night.
What was it?
No, I was just gonna say, why is he upset that his dad died? He's gonna come back as a snowman. You son of a bitch! But his dad doesn't die. His dad doesn't die.
But at least Michael Keaton was like some sort of like jazz player. He played the harmonica or something like that.
And there's a snowman.
Folky
Okay.
music.
So the two kids are sitting around the dinner table waiting for mom to make dinner, and they're having a conversation, but just everybody is super awkward, as if like they've never been through a thunderstorm before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the same thing again. They're serving the kids milk. Like for some reason, if you're a kid, you have to be drinking.
I'm telling you, that's a white family thing. I promise you. Until I was probably 16 years old, when I had dinner with my family, I was always had to have milk with dinner.
That calcium
This makes sense. I mean, your
deficiency-
mom won't even listen to the show.
I know. I heard you guys were bad mouthing milk with dinner, so it's just not for me.
Your dad's laughing so hard right now.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
He's like, I remember milk.
He still drinks milk at dinner.
Yeah?
And it's funny because my mom always used to say, why are you always, after dinner when I ask you to do the dishes, you always have to go to the bathroom, and then jump forward to like, when I was 23 and I learned I was lactose intolerant, so it was like almost shitting my pants at dinner every night.
Stop giving me milk, Mom.
I don't feel good.
No, you had so much that your body was like, we're good.
Yeah.
We only needed one.
I actually just have such strong bones now.
There's like, we're not going to give you stones. We're just going to blow up your colon all the time.
Tyler actually doesn't open doors. He just walks through walls.
I do. I actually just punched a hole in the cinder blocks behind Jonathan. He's stunned.
Exactly.
White people punch.
So then the storm is going on, and then they have to nail it even harder through with what's his name, weatherman, who's talking.
Dallas Raines.
Yeah, Dallas is like, here in the Pacific Northwest. I was all like, oh yeah, this is the late 90s. They're trying to get the demographic, grunge, and the fact that they're getting, the tax write-offs of, filming over there in Vancouver.
But,
and everything
okay,
like that.
for me, some reason, the dad dying didn't seem like obvious, like it was going to happen. So this scene came off as super awkward for me, where I was like, why is everybody weird? Until the phone call happened, then I was like, oh, yeah, duh.
Well, what's so weird is she calls the restaurant that he was getting pizza from and says, he left an hour ago. And then they're like, uh-oh. And then immediately the cops call. They're like, yeah, your husband's dead anyway. Have a good night.
Good thing you got that pizza insurance.
I don't think Domino's covers that.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, what if-
Remember, that's what the pizza insurance is.
No, but that was the thing. It's just like, what if the guy shows up? How messengers, how they have the military, they show up at your house. And we're sorry to inform you your son or daughter died.
Sure.
But
It's the
like,
pizza guy?
It's a pizza guy. It's like, I'm sorry, but here's your pizza, but your husband didn't make it.
and due to the circumstances, it's not 30 minutes or less.
But it doesn't count. So, the cops show up to your door.
Gonna need $32.50, please.
It's like, hello, ma'am. Your husband died. But here's your $5 hot and ready.
They had the 3 for $5 deal in '97.
The Noid is behind him, like.
It's like, God damn it! If it wasn't bad enough that my husband's dead, but he also got Little Caesars.
Messed up that night. But I like how you overhear us. I'm sorry, ma'am. There's been an accident. Where's my husband? And I was like, yeah, he didn't make it. Bye. Not like, can you come down to the station, identify the body? No, that she does I walk into the room, mom, and then Matthew Lawrence's character. No. I was like, did you even know what was going on?
No, the pizza.
But
Do you even know what death is yet?
Mom, your cooking sucks.
but it was like I always find it odd, the TV reaction of like coming to terms with a parent has died. You run off to your room. That's your reaction. It's like, just shut your door.
Well, yeah, that's what Bambi did.
Bambi closed her door.
Stormed up a tree and then didn't want to come down.
Nah, just straight up into the log and just slammed the door.
It's always thumping. Always thumping.
Yeah, and Flower was just like, I don't know why he just won't get over it.
Get over it, you fucking nerd. It's just your mom.
Okay, so what's weird about this is like, to me, I feel like this is a Disney first, is that it's not the mom who's dead.
Yeah. It's the dad. Yeah. And I would feel more like, oh man, the dad's dead if I've seen him for more than 2.5 minutes in this entire film. And then, like, So
what's also interesting about this is that I immediately wrote down, I was like, it's called Angels in the Endzone. Dad's dead. I wonder if we're going to see the dad by the end.
Zone.
I'm just going to move on from that.
So we go to the next day.
Yep.
Back at the football field.
And the kids are getting ready. One kid eats shoe polish.
Wait, hold on a
Yes.
second. That's what I really want to know. It was the next day.
Uh-huh.
This is the next day. Out of a gruesome
Yeah.
automotive accident, you show up on the field.
Are we sure it's the next day?
That's what
I don't
wanna
know.
I felt like it
understand.
was a couple days.
I think it's a
the
couple
funeral already
days.
happened.
Yeah.
I feel like their bereavement is going on, and they've it's a smaller town, and they're saying their condolences, and she's accepting of it, and she's trying to move on for life.
Sure.
But the next day,
I don't think it's the next
No, but it just doesn't give you any time passage. It just literally feels like it's the next day.
There's not even like just a slow maybe a wide shot of like a funeral.
Yeah,
right.
nothing.
And you hear like somebody doing a eulogy and stuff, and you see the kid tears streaming down the face or something, and then it moves on to.
But so are they practicing or are they getting ready for their first game?
This is our first game.
Yes, their first game, and we're introduced to my two favorite characters in this film: Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris, the Columbine shooters, sitting up in the bleachers.
You mean Tom York and Eddie Vedder?
No, he doesn't have a weird eye. He can't be Tom Mueller.
I just, to me, I was like, oh, gee, like, we're just going with the standard stereotype of, like, ginger kid is bully.
Yeah.
Right? Same thing as,
he
like...
didn't have yellow teeth, right?
It's,
Yeah,
well,
he looks like Scud Farkas.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Ice from Hocus Pocus.
I was pretty. I have to say, I was pretty bummed later on in the film when you find out that one of those guys' names is Tyler in the film. I was like,
Oh yeah. He's like, can I sit in the front? No, Tyler.
yeah. I was like, damn, don't have to do me like that.
Yep. And so...
They're betting on the game. They're taking bets from freshmen who are betting on the school's team, which is like they're like making hella money on the bets of them losing, but
Yeah,
like
I don't understand.
That's not how odds work.
But also, like, why would anybody bet on Westfield?
Well, because they said they're freshmen and they don't know, I guess is
Sure.
the very loose explanation of
You
who
don't
they
do any
are.
research before you
Yeah,
do a
right?
bet?
So
Because their record is 0-54.
yeah,
Okay? And how many... I don't know about high school football. Maybe it's different. How many games do you play in a season?
like 12.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So it's about the same as...
it's about the same as real football.
Okay. So that is... Jeez. That's like over 5-6 years of losses.
It's
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I have to,
54. Yeah.
for that though, I have to give
5
it
years.
all things aside, I know this guy's supposed to be like an antagonist. I have to give it up to this Bo Dean character guy. He's quite an entrepreneur. Look at this mad ride he's driving around with, man. Making that cash, just dropping on.
He's making that bread because his name's Boudin. Been holding on to that one.
Yeah, I felt that coming.
You've been holding on to that one. You've been baking a loaf.
Nah, it was as stale as the bread they gave us, but that's fine.
Damn.
So, before they go out, the coach does a very uninspired speech where he goes, I don't see a team that's 0-54. I see a team that's 0-0. And if you look at it that way, we're undefeated. I'm like,
Oh yeah,
but that's not how you... Like, any team could look at it that way then, being like, well, today is a new day and we're a new team, so we're 0-0.
Thank God the other team died in that horrific crash because we're a brand new team, new day, all right.
But back to what you were saying about the shoe polish. This kid's eating shoe polish.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
Like-
because they're mentally retarded.
It's like there's. I mean, I know lip balm,
It's not funny either.
wax.
No, it's just like
this
a what?
is shoe polish or whatever the hell you put on
Eye
your
black.
face. I mean,
It's like grease paint, but it's still disgusting to eat it.
Yeah,
I
I'm sure.
don't get it. How did this play later?
It didn't.
It-
It might have gone back to being funny if the kid like wiped some off of his face and then just licked it or something.
At the end of the credits, there's a freeze frame thing where they tell where everyone is nowadays, and he's dying of colon cancer.
like an Animal House.
yeah.
His whereabouts are unknown for the past 20 years.
That would be this entire team.
Dead.
Billy's working at the local grocery shop,
Oh, what is it?
bagging groceries.
Stand By Me. He was trying to stop a fight, got stabbed in the throat.
Stand By Me is still the best Stephen King movie ever made.
You're totally wrong.
What do you got?
Misery?
It's close, but Stand By Me's got more heart.
No, I love Stand By Me. I was just
Yeah.
being facetious.
Misery. I mean, Misery's damn good.
Misery's very good.
Yeah.
I
but-
prefer
I'm
it,
number one fan.
the television series.
That's a no, buddy.
Help me kill
kill
this bastard.
I like Sleepwalkers. No, I
Langoliers.
don't. Oh, God.
Graveyard Shift.
Hey,
We're going to hell
Graveyard
together.
Shift's not bad. It's just super weird, the reveal.
The New England.
What is another good? Pet Cemetery is pretty fun.
Did you watch the new one?
I haven't. I heard it's not.
The
that
third
great.
act is awful.
Yeah, I heard it's not great.
Act 1 and 2, superb. You're like, okay, if this is just a straight, beat for beat from the book, like,
Telling.
retelling of it, just, it was super suspenseful, really good. As soon as that girl gets brought back from the dead,
What?
all bets are off. Like, it's just awful. Where they change the entire ending.
I'm gonna be honest. My cat looks like Church.
Oh, sweet.
So I'm kind of scared.
You should call him Church now.
No, it's Beans.
Not as scary.
But I actually, in Creepshow, I did like Stephen King's segment.
Yeah, but
with
he
a meteor.
did he?
Spaceship.
He didn't write that. Did
No.
he?
No,
but
he helped write
yeah.
Creepshow. Him and
The script.
Him and George Romero.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do like his scene. He brings in that. He goes to the university. Wants to get
Welcome to the
$100
Welcome to King of
Steve,
Kings.
Stephen King Corner.
Welcome to King of Kings, the non-suspecting Stephen King podcast, where you thought it was a religious podcast.
Damn.
I would love that. We got so many followers who immediately unfollowed.
I really liked your podcast until I found out it wasn't about the Lord.
Oh, it had some good religious aspects to it, but that was all just from that one movie.
When you said the good book, I didn't realize you were talking about The Shining.
Dead man, those Indian burial grounds.
I liked
No
I
good.
liked the aspects of the afterlife, but I realized none of them are positive.
I like that this voice has slowly gone from a person that we know to Clint
Little
Howard.
You mean nipples?
Mom, Mom, they mentioned me on the King of Kings podcast now.
I'm really going up.
My
Ronnie better watch out.
My portrayal of nipples
Watch out,
was
Ronnie.
fantastic.
Ron Howard's like wiping his ass with his Oscars.
Okay, so
Angels in the End Zone. That's why we're here.
Speaking of the afterlife, their rivals are the demons.
Which
Really,
I didn't
Jesus
catch. I didn't
Christ.
catch on to the first time they said it, and then at the end I was like,
So this is basically they could sell this match. The championship is Armageddon. You know,
no, it's just that shitty sequel to the Da Vinci Code.
Armageddon!
Angels versus Demons.
versus demons. Armageddon. The
Tom
beat-
Hanks is just in the bleachers being like, I don't want to do this.
That guy's walking through whipping himself.
Mom, they're talking about Ronnie's movie.
Is that a Ron Howard?
Yes.
movie?
That's a Ron Howard
No.
Come on, Tom Hanks. Come on,
That
man.
is true, yeah.
Yeah, he's right there.
I'm one of the demons.
No makeup, Mom.
I'm the decoder, Mom.
Honey, there's not real demons in this. He's not going to put you in this one.
He's just a monk in the back.
Aw, Mom.
He turns around, he's like,
He was the albino cellmate.
I
And
guess
he's all
I'll
like,
just
this
do
guy's too
ice."
weird for me. I gotta go.
Ice Cream Man 6.
Yeah.
Lactose-
Angel versus
no,
demons.
6 lactose intolerant.
So of course, the team loses.
They fucking lose.
Mhm.
And then Jesse, being a little bitch, just fucking quits the team.
Yeah.
No,
And then
he
straight
just
up-
walks off.
Oh, he walks up before the game's even over. He
Yeah,
just doesn't
he's-
even show
he's-
up.
He's sitting there all depressed, and the coach says, "Are you all right, son? Coach, you've been going on about you know who his dad is. What kind of question is that? His
Well,
dad
do you know
died."
what's so weird about this whole thing about his dad dying is nobody fucking acknowledges it outside of the family until the last 10 minutes of the movie.
Exactly.
No
Yeah.
one says anything.
None of see that's the thing is like they didn't establish any of these characters as anything but mentally handicapped, so none of them are like on his side trying to get him back
No,
into the
nothing.
team, like nothing, because
No.
none of them are friends.
And-
Because they're also kind of the new kids in town,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, they're new to the school. And then here's the thing. Well, yes and no, because their dad went there. But anyway, the thing is that's so funny is that the
Yeah, not in town, but like
yeah, to the school.
freshmen.
Yeah, the
guess.
the two bad kids who are taking bets on the game, right?
they befriend him.
Yeah, which is like, okay, they're bad kids, but they're the only people who have made an effort to make this kid feel better about his dad being fucking dead.
Yeah.
Even though he does have a great line later.
But okay, so what's weird here is
Oh
that
yeah, that guy's line. That was actually pretty good. That was such a
So,
nasty burn.
Kevin talks to him about quitting the team, and in the dumbest like plot like progression is like, I'll be happy when that team wins, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Because for background again, Angels in the outfield was literally Joseph Gordon-Levitt was a foster child, right?
Was
But
it-
his dad was still in the picture, right?
Was it
Would
a
come and visit him.
Was it a custody battle or custody?
No. It wasn't a custody battle. It was just he was in a foster care because his dad couldn't take care of him, but his
Yeah.
dad would visit, right?
Uh-huh.
And he like what kicks off that plot is he goes, Dad, when are we going to be a family again? And he goes, when the Angels win the pennant. Right? Right? And it's one of those things basically being like, fuck you, never. Right?
When the Cubs win.
Yeah.
Damn.
When the Sox win.
Oh.
Well, I guess Cubs are even worse.
Let's go Mariners.
Yeah.
They're like, okay.
When the New York Dodgers win.
Brooklyn Dodgers.
Yeah, whatever.
What about those Brooklyn Dodgers? What a bunch of bums. That's from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, but so that was motivation for him to pray and like a miracle to happen. This is like, I'm not going to be happy until my high school football team wins. You're
Yeah.
That's pretty low standards.
yeah. They're like, all right, well, they won't. Like, what are you going to kill yourself at the end of the season?
That'd be
Honestly-
fucking wild.
Honestly, though, this is where the movie takes a real sharp contrast between David Gallagher's character, the younger brother, and Matthew Lawrence. Matthew Lawrence literally is dead in the eyes. He is gone for the entire part of the movie.
He actually is gone, too.
Yeah, he straight up disappears.
And then his brother is literally spouting at him some grown up, like I'm like, are you how old are you in this movie?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, it's the only well developed character that I feel like he's taking care of his mom, who's not even there. And there's a certain point where she's like, maybe I should go back to work. Like, what the hell are you guys living off?
Yeah.
You're a widow.
The dead dad's money.
Get it together. Oh,
Archi-
yeah, his
you got-
architect money.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
you
he's
got
good.
architect money.
You
No,
know what he was designing? Hot dog stands. That's all they let him design.
No,
Yeah.
so the kid starts having full on delusions where he's like, the Angels are gonna be here today, and he's like, he's at the game
Because he prayed.
because he prayed. Weird Christian things going on there, Disney.
Mm-hmm.
And
So then a game is happening, and then the quarterback, the nearsighted quarterback, throws a pass that's way too high.
yes,
Right.
and the Angels murder a guy. They lift him 30 feet in the air and drop him to the ground, and he breaks his back, and he's fucking dead in the end zone.
They don't gingerly put him back down.
They straight up drop him from 30 feet in the air.
The cartoonish stunts by these angels now are not even subtle like they were in the first movie, where you may have a certain disbelief,
They weren't that subtle either.
but this one literally just shot up into the air.
Yeah, there is no even remotely close to like being like, we need to kind of stick to the laws of physics in this
No,
one.
they don't give a shit.
No. Okay, because, yes, anybody would be like, that kid just rocketed off the ground and caught that.
Yeah.
Like, there's no questioning it.
No,
I wish.
At least in the first one, there was questions.
No, that's what I was saying. Is I wish there was at least a character in this movie that was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Yeah, not the opposite team's coach.
no, doesn't
not
give a shit.
Not the bullies who are losing bets.
No, they
they're-
do a little bit. They're
but-
like, that kid just flew. And
right?
That's it.
But they're like, I'm losing money.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody is questioning it. Not even like everybody is amazed, but not even the announcer is being like off mic, like holding the microphone. I was gonna do it. I'm like, no, that's stupid. But being like, somebody figure out what the hell's going on
Yeah,
here.
no one gives a
Like,
shit.
No,
Everyone's like, no, yeah, miracles here happen all the time. The Angels took my dad's wheel and crashed him and killed him.
yeah. Welcome to Angelton.
Yeah, so they win the game.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid's like, it's the Angels. He sounds like the fucking kid from The Wizard, California.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
just won't
yeah,
shut up
yeah.
about the Angels.
So, no, he doesn't know the Angels yet until he goes to the hot dog stand to
And he
get a
sees
hot
Christopher
dog,
Lloyd.
right? And Christopher Lloyd shows up, and he's like, "Oh, you're one of the cloud people," right?
Yeah,
and he's like, "We prefer angels."
Cloud people is no longer the preferred nomenclature. We prefer angels.
and this is where
you people.
I'm all like, this is where I'm just like, Doc Brown, what has become of you? They've turned him into like this second-rate drop dead Fred imaginary character where he possesses the hot dog vendor.
This is so weird.
Yeah, and the hot dog, when he's possessing the hot dog vendor turns into a box of popcorn, a hot dog, and then into him. And the kid rightfully asks, like, what the fuck happened to that guy?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, we're angels. We can do whatever we want. It's like, no. Wind that back. What the fuck happened to that guy?
Right.
Did you kill him?
Well, this is another thing that I don't understand is that, like, okay, so angels can possess you.
Yeah,
right,
so why don't
is
they
what
just
they're
possess
saying.
the team?
Yes. Right?
I thought that's what they were setting it up for, but they don't.
Yeah, I don't get it. Also, I don't understand why the angels, as angels, are all like wearing like 1920s football outfit, like helmets.
It's a throwback to
That's when they died.
Krasinski and what's his name? What is his name?
John Krasinski, The Office, Jim.
Yeah, John Krasinski and George Clooney's Leatherheads. It's a throwback to that sort of era.
Well,
But
yeah,
when
that's
I
what
see
said.
them,
No.
but they're actually credited as only Angel 1 through 5.
Mm-hmm.
But and again, this is just me questioning: why is there a lady angel who wants to play football, or was I don't know.
Wow, Vicente, this is 1997. Women can do anything.
Apparently,
Haven't you
also
seen A League of Their Own?
Apparently, also die of a concussion or getting crushed by 300-pound men.
I just think they
Well,
like playing
angels,
football.
angels aren't ghosts.
Yeah.
They're from God, and he's very progressive.
Apparently,
She is.
But holding to that truth,
She's
with-
Alanis Morissette.
Okay, but then holding to that truth in Constantine, they're not even women or men; they're just androgynous.
Listen,
So
Disney
Ken-
wasn't ready
Ken
for
dolls.
that.
They're hermaphrodites. They're Ken dolls.
Yeah, Disney wasn't ready for transgender angels.
They were like, hey, we can just make a Christian film, but we can't go any further than that. No, yeah, so, again, rightfully so, after the angel disappears, the hot dog stand guy's like, what the fuck is your deal, kid? Like, are you okay? And the kid's like, the angels. And he goes to his mom, and he's like, I talked to the angels, Mom. Look, they gave me a feather. And she's just looking at him like, are you fucking, like, is the retardation from the team rubbing off on you, kid? Like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Which is, then leads into Jesse making new friends, which has the best line, one of the best lines in the film. There's only 2 of them, where the redhead kid says, hey, that's Jesse, that kid whose dad just died. And then they picked him up to hang out with him.
He actually acknowledged it.
But it's so funny.
Hey,
there's
we're
that
gonna-
kid whose dad just died. Let's be his friend.
Hey, we're gonna
Yeah.
go cruising. You seem emotionally unstable and fragile. You want to hang out with us?
He's
Yeah, I'll get in a car with you guys. All right.
Yeah. I'm just not
Was
gonna.
he Stallone?
I'm just not gonna kill myself at the end of it, though.
But also, I just also noticed that like he went through this whole like I'm wearing a flannel purple jacket the entire time that I'm depressed, and I didn't understand the color palette. There.
Symbolism.
He's purple.
Purple.
Barney.
Well, the Ravens just became a team at this point.
No one ever liked the Ravens, and no one ever will, Jonathan.
They're 2-time Super Bowl winners.
Why does Baltimore have 2 bird teams?
They're all birds.
The people from Baltimore?
Yeah, we're all birds.
We already discussed sports icon. You know, they're just ridiculous.
Yeah.
the whole thing. What was it? The
Well-
Baltimore for Baltimore. What was it again?
Well,
It's the Orioles
they're
and the
all
Ravens.
they're all either murderers or wife abusers.
Yeah.
No, he meant the team names.
both Rays are like big controversial things from back in the
yeah,
Ray
yeah,
Lewis was, accomplice to murder possibly, or at least witnessed it, and Ray Rice beat his wife in an elevator in Atlantic City.
Yeah. Only the best for the Baltimore sports teams.
Yeah, but we're winners.
You guys said, what's his name?
You got
Chipper Jones.
You got Edgar Allan
Oh, wait, no,
Poe.
that was the Braves.
What? I was like, I've never heard that name
No,
in my
shit,
life.
what's his name? Cal Ripken.
Saragusa. Hey, it's me, Saragusa. I'm gonna be on the team for like 4 years. I'm gonna eat a lot of food. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, so then
Oh.
Jesse comes home really late with his new friends, and his brother, I can't remember his name.
Oh, you forgot one of the plays though.
Is it Jesse or Kevin?
Before that because the team wins.
Yes.
So, and it's because a female angel comes down and seduces the kicker. Like, it's just blowing on his back neck.
Oh, to relax him. Yes, yes. That was weird.
He was like Dan Aykroyd in Ghostbusters, just getting a ghost blowjob.
There's 2 scenes like that in this. There's the ghost blowjob and the ghost foot job.
Yeah, there's a foot fetish thing going on. That guy was.
That
in
shit
it.
is weird.
Yeah.
That kid's coming his pants.
Yeah. So the kid kicks the ball, and it explodes the football and turns it into like a rocket.
Laces out.
Yeah, and that thing is like deflating and like spinning all like a deflating balloon until it finally makes it across the goal
I
line.
kid you not, I lost track of it at one point because the scene goes on for so long that I finally was like, where is the football?
At that point, miracle or not, if the ball explodes, I mean, come on, that's it.
Yeah, you got to redo that.
The ref is like, nope.
Yeah.
Redo, you know.
Yeah, no, and it's like... and he's like, it's good! And they're like, they won!
Yeah, nobody cares. This is like watching Air Bud.
There are no rules that an animal... Well, there's no rules because, come on, it's a different species.
Yeah, so...
that kid that didn't make the team but Air Bud did, he killed himself. He's fucking pissed.
And then they win. We go over to Coach and Artie, his assistant coach,
Artie.
has like just being like, you won, right? But then like they double down on his special like ness.
His popcorn in
because
his
he's just
nose.
like, you won, and then he goes,
yeah.
And then
and even the coach is like, oh Jesus Christ.
And then there's this quiet moment. Coach, are you okay? I was like, wow, you had a moment of clarity right there. I'll be fine.
Yep.
All right, I'll turn off the lights.
Oh, that's in the gym. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Yep.
Where the coach is drawing
Angels.
angel wings.
Yeah.
So Kevin has been running around telling people about the Angels, and people are like, you know what? You're gonna go see the school counselor.
Which I really like. This is the only realistic part of this film.
Yeah.
Because if a child's running around being like, hey, Angels, someone's gonna report him.
Yeah.
He's actually on his way to a murdering spree.
Yeah,
If he's seeing...
You're all angels.
He's having a full-bodied hallucination, which is like talking in terms of schizophrenia is the highest you can go. So that kid's fucked up.
Yeah, because he's talking to the school counselor, which has like the biggest office I've ever seen for a counselor
Well, no, he's like a straight-up psychologist.
Yeah.
in the school.
Yes.
But I always wonder, why do psychologists in movies have to be bald?
Because that's like Freud.
Well, do you know what's so weird about this whole psychologist thing is that, like, you know, I know that there's actually angels in this movie and that's the whole thing, but, like, way to build a really weird thing about psychologists for kids. Like, that they can't be trusted, that the things you are seeing you should believe, and, you know, a psychologist is not, they're just creeps who are going to tell you that things aren't real.
Try to fuck your mom.
Yeah, that was weird, too. That was really weird.
You know what's funny is there's a couple things that we've thrown out that are like, you know, they're false. Like,
Yes.
it's part of our jokes.
But no, he
that is
tries
not.
to
That's
fuck
real.
the mom. He says,
Okay, so wait, hold on. We'll get there. But
makes-
hold it.
That makes Shredder's come on for the Turtles thing way less. I mean, that's legitimate. He was trying to hit on somebody in the audience, but
Yeah.
no, this
As
is
a joke, though.
as a joke,
No,
with
but-
this guy.
So the kid, I don't know what the fuck is happening, but he's being like molested on the
Yes.
couch
By Christopher
Not-
by
Lloyd.
Christopher
Not
Lloyd.
The best moments for Christopher.
He's making him
Lloyd here.
flail his arms around, and the kid's like, "No, I'm just kidding. The angels aren't real." And then he's tickling him, and he's like laughing, and he's like, and then he just fucking leaves.
In the outtakes, it's you see him later phone.
Marty, you gotta come back with me. You've gotta stop yourself from reporting me to the authorities.
Marty, it's the future. What are we, assholes?
No, we're pedophiles.
It's your kids.
Something's gotta be done about your kids. You gotta keep them away from me.
You gotta tell him to shut up.
So, Doc, what are you saying? They
You gotta. The psychologist says you gotta let me lay in their bed.
it's like you
All
know,
the kid stuff.
Doc, what do I tell Jennifer to have an abortion then? Or what? Is she knocked up right now?
You gotta give me a hand job, Marty.
I need release.
It's just kid stuff.
So the doctor doing the absolute right thing calls the mom in and is basically like, "Yo, your kid's fucked up. Like there's something wrong with him," and then proceeds to try and fuck the mom.
Comes up off from his desk. Like, meanwhile, like, this is like at least like a 20 by 20 room.
It's
right?
huge.
Yeah.
And comes up from his desk, walks over to the couch, which there's like desk, then coffee table, then couch. That's how far he has to walk.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
To console her and
And it's
her
a
dead
big couch.
husband. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he sits like almost on top of
Creepily
her.
slides into the couch, right? And like hits on her, being like, it must be tough being a mom that, you know, their father's died. And he's just like, do you know how to mambo?
This is
no,
tango. He says.
Tango.
But
Oh.
he's all like,
You
for
ever
a,
tango?
for a woman at the prime of your, I'm all like, whoa, bro. Okay.
Prime. She's
I
like
love Ellen DeGeneres.
Get that haircut.
Yeah. So he tries to fuck her,
Uh-huh.
and she's just like, yeah, I'm gonna leave.
And
Well,
it's
she
like-
doesn't say it, but
No,
like
she
it
just-
cuts over to now. Kevin is out in the hall
At his
talking to
locker.
Christopher Lloyd
He
again.
says, what are you trying to do? Get me institutionalized? It's like, yeah, kid, you need it.
Well, that's how your brother will be happy. He never wanted you.
The next scene is him lobotomized, like
Just
flew over
sitting
the
there.
cuckoo's nest.
No, he gets lobotomized. They just put him on the team. He'll be part of the crew.
And then the mom straight up just comes.
Hold
what?
on, there is a funny moment in it. He's talking to the angel, and he says, "What are you trying to do? Get me institutionalized?" And then the angel's gone, and two girls walk by, two little girls, and he looks at them and he goes, and they like run away from him. It's like, way to like help your
Yeah.
case, kid. Like you fucking nut.
You are literally on a watch list.
Yeah, his mom comes. His locker closes on its own.
Well, no, because Al is like, I gotta go, and like stuffs himself into the locker,
And then
right?
closes
Which
it.
I'm like, why did that need to happen?
Yeah,
As if,
no
like,
one can see you.
Mom
No.
can see him. I don't understand. Like that was for some sort of comedic beat that
Yeah.
nobody wants or gets.
Yeah, and his mom's like,
We gotta get out of here.
his mom's like, God damn it, stop seeing angels. Your psychologist just showed me his dick in his office.
Yeah, pretty much, right? I'm just gonna go ahead and take this with me and live with it forever.
Yeah, right. Never address it. Tell anyone, really. This
Right.
man should not have his license, but that's okay.
Who wrote this movie? Lasseter?
No, he would have just given him a long hug that he wouldn't have let go from.
Smell the back of her head.
And drink whiskey.
Welcome to the Lasseter Biden podcast. Ding ding.
But it wasn't sexual. It wasn't sexy at all. It was just
Ladies
like
and gentlemen, welcome to America's favorite game show, Biden or Lassiter.
it was just inappropriate, not sexy. I'm like,
And now for the bonus round, grab her by the pussy. We go to the extreme.
what the hell?
Yep.
Well, you know who Donald Trump learned that move from, right? Crocodile Dundee.
What?
If you see,
I've never seen that movie.
Oh, you seen that movie?
Nah.
No, he literally.
I don't watch bad movies.
No, literally.
Once he
it's
grab an
like-
alligator by the pussy.
No, there's this scene where
That's the
he's
Abdullah
It's
Magada.
actually a crocodile, sorry.
No, there's this scene from in New York where he's first time he sees a transvestite.
He's like,
And-
now that's a pussy.
And then there's this lady who has a really raspy voice,
Uh-huh.
and he literally just like boop grabs her by the pussy, and he's like, oh, the lady's like, oh, that sounds like he's doing it in Australia. And then I was just like, oh, okay, he just grabbed.
That can only work if you're Chris Hemsworth.
Jesus Christ. Oh, no. So, yes,
Hey.
Jesse. Hey. I love sick kids.
I love sick kids.
Jesse comes home from
I wish they were all sick.
so I could love them all.
There's not enough sick
Yeah,
kids
right.
out there that we know of yet.
Oh, wait. That is not right.
That didn't come out the way I wanted it to.
Hey. So Jesse comes home from hanging out with his friends, and not swayed by the fact that he saw a medical professional, the first thing that his brother wants to do is tell him about the angels that he saw. And he tells him, and he's basically just like...
He says, what do you think? He thinks, I think you're schizo? Is that what
yeah,
he says?
yeah, he does. And it's like, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You're right.
So now another game happens,
And
and the announcer, who there's not much to report on him, but like he does keep like it's just like the announcer in the last. Actually, the announcer in the first movie is a dick.
Oh, does he just he's just an asshole to the team?
Yeah. And
Yeah, this guy cares. He's just bummed out that they're not winning.
Yeah, but it was a funny line. He goes, Westfield offense has been unable to score. And if you've been unable to score, try this dance studio.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, what?
Yeah.
That's one, false advertising.
Also, really
Exactly.
weird. What place other than the Midwest and the South broadcasts high school football games on the radio?
I'm not sure that they're broadcasting. I
They
feel like
are,
it's for
like-
just the audience.
Well,
Oh, wait, no,
Jesse
the brother.
is laying in bed,
That's
and
right.
it's playing on the radio.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like that guy.
Such a varsity blues thing.
I feel like that guy had the job and then just couldn't have the heart to tell him, yeah, man, we can't fire this guy. He's got nothing except for this toupee.
Listen, this team sucks, but I got a great offer from the Oakland Raiders to come be their announcer. So.
Hey, the Buffalo Bills just called me.
Raider Nation.
I'm going to have to decide if I go to the Bills or the Jets.
So they win the game.
Tebow.
They win the game due to
I'm surprised how many football references I,
know.
actually do have in
Me
here.
too, yeah. They win the game. It's a big surprise due to the Angels.
Well, no, but this is insane how they win. This is the Dubinsky play. This is the foot rub massage.
I have
and
to
everything.
say, this is almost an hour into this movie that this starts happening, where they start winning games. And the version that I watched, the audio cut out for the next 6 minutes.
So we all watched.
No,
Meanwhile, guys,
Yeah.
this is on YouTube. It's
wanna
the only way to
punish
find
yourself.
it. Like I couldn't download it. Could not find it on Amazon Prime. Anything. It's on YouTube. But this scene, I literally stopped it, watched a different version. It also did it.
Yeah.
I could not figure out why this was
I
happening.
literally took my headphones out and plugged them back in
Yeah.
and restarted the app. And then I was skipped ahead 5 minutes and it was back. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
This is when someone actually accidentally in the background said the N-word and they had to cut all the audio out.
Not only that, but in the one, did you guys see the version?
I think
where-
a song was playing and YouTube took the liberty to cut it out.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Fuck you, YouTube.
there was one where it restarted from the beginning audio.
Another version?
Yeah, another version was that with Christopher.
Yeah, I
Lloyd
heard
was
that one.
like,
Yeah.
"Hey, share the field," and I was like,
In the middle of this scene.
"What, is my phone
Am
breaking
I
apart?"
dying?
Okay. Yeah, no, that happened this morning. Where I was just like, what is happening?
So I genuinely don't know how they won this game. I just know I skipped ahead.
Oh,
and
you
they
skipped
won.
ahead. Okay, so
I just-
here's what happened.
I wasn't about to watch the Charlie Chaplin version of this film.
No, I watched it just in case,
Something
because
happened.
basically I figured out where, I was like, oh, YouTube just cut it must have been a song playing. And I was
Yeah.
like, and it's all action anyway. So basically, the ball gets hiked, right?
Yes.
And then Christopher Lloyd, waves his hand and the ball
Floats.
freezes.
Yes, I saw that. And
Right?
he's standing there because the ball's gonna hit him.
Right.
And this is when after he got his feet rubbed and he's nutting in his pants.
So, right here, right then, somebody be like, holy shit, what's going on? Right?
Yeah, but no one cares.
But this ball literally freezes until the kid, decides to, kind of put his hands on it, and then the ball itself, yanks him across the field,
Yeah.
Okay.
right? And he's running down the field until, for some reason, that's not good enough, and Christopher Lloyd himself, is in a full 1920s football uniform and grabs the ball from him and runs it down the field, and then it switches over to everybody else's perspective in which a ball is floating down the field, almost as if a vampire is running in front of a mirror with a ball.
Jesus Christ.
Right? The ball itself is just floating down the field, and then it decides to zigzag, and everybody's chasing it around. It's like the Son of Flubber back in the day, where it was the football was filled with the flubber in a helium form or something, and the ball's just bouncing around the field, and at one point an angel comes up from out of the ground. I'm not even
That's not an
kidding you.
angel.
I'm not kidding you. Literally, an angel comes up from out of the ground with grass on his helmet,
Yeah.
and makes the ball it hits the ground, and at the exact same moment it hits the ground, the angel bounces his head and makes it bounce back up so it doesn't actually land until finally it makes it across the end zone.
What the fuck?
Right? And I'm like, Jesus.
And everyone's just like, I love football.
I love the Patriots.
Deflategate, more like Defloatgate.
They're taking the place from the Patriots. All right.
All right. One of the coaches getting prostitutes after the game.
I'm going to kiss my kids on the mouth at the end of this one. Fuck you, Tom Brady.
So, yeah, that, and they win the game that way, right? So now there's a montage
Of them winning games on
Right.
newspapers.
and then also like a photographer taking pictures of each one of the team members as they're like posing in what would be like look like baseball trading card
Yeah.
style things,
Yeah.
right? And then the last pose is Christopher Lloyd posing. Right, and
Yeah.
the photographer actually takes a photo, and you're like, "What did he just take a photo of?"
Orbs. Spirit photography.
And just a ball floating in air.
Yeah, right there.
Right? Like they just merged the line of reality way too like weird here. And then we go over to Jesse riding in a car with Ginger and the other bully.
Ginger.
And they pass by a gas station and they stop for gas.
Yes, they stop for gas. He says, fill up the tank. So he goes to do it, and the attendant comes out, which is just like further solidifying that they're in the Pacific Northwest because it's against the law to pump your own gas in Oregon.
That's also Jersey though.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh. Jersey sucks, though.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So the guy comes out and he starts pumping the gas, and we look over at Ginger Kid, and he is. Now, this is what's crazy: is he goes from like dickhead to straight up thief.
Yeah.
He robs
With no like in between.
Yeah, he robs the gas station because the till is left open, and Jesse sees him. He takes the money out of the register, some stuff off the top of the register, and they book it out of there. And
Book it from Pizza Hut?
And Jesse drops his wallet at the scene of the crime.
Well, because he's like, hurry up, pay the man, and let's get out of here. So
Yes.
Jesse pays him from his own wallet, but winds up dropping that said wallet.
I want to know why it was necessary for the Foley artist to include the Velcro opening of the wallet. Did
Yeah,
they
right.
have to show it was a kid's wallet?
They
or
wanted to show you that
something?
this kid's a fucking loser.
He's all, I got you now. Dude, I know it's a wallet. I don't have to hear the Velcro.
Thus begins my favorite part of this film.
Called White Privilege.
The white privilege sub-story of a child who was a white child who was an accomplice in a robbery.
Yep.
Gets stopped by the cops, dropped off at his house to his mom, and the cop says, well, it's his first time, so it's okay, and leaves.
He was an accessory to theft at a gas station, and the guy is pressing charges, and he got picked up as a minor.
Yeah, he is going to fucking jail. Which,
Okay.
sorry to jump ahead a little bit, but at the end of the movie, Ginger and Tyler both get arrested, but Tyler has done just as much bad as Jesse has, and he gets full on arrested.
Yeah.
Which is just like, what the fuck?
Not only this, but if they bust him and they find him for his whole betting thing, they can bust him on racketeering and conspiracy for fraud just by associating by them. These guys are going to jail.
Not to mention all the bud they have in their car.
On top of that, also, they throw in Crazy McGee, his brother, who's seeing angels, which has a record now with the psychologist and terrorizing children at the school. They're like, yeah, this whole boatload of kids is they're going away.
So weird. And he gets home, and his mom's like, why are you acting out, basically? And he just starts fucking crying and being like, I miss Dad.
Yeah, also the mom is like, you want to talk about this? I'm like, there was a cop at your door.
Your son was an accessory
Okay.
to a robbery. Hey, do you want to talk about this? The whitest
Nah, I'm good.
shit I've
I
ever
was
seen.
like, do you want some yogurt? We can go out for a bit.
Do you want a glass of milk?
Or, or you know what? You just tell me when you're ready to talk about it.
Yeah.
My mom would have put a dent in my head.
Yeah, she would have forbade me to like actually hang around with those two anymore.
Yeah.
God, there would have been so much. Like that would have been it. It'd have been like no more. Well, she can't take football away. He took it away from himself.
Yeah.
Um,
There is a scene at the dining room table where they're all really upset before this.
Something basically like we're and it always happens to the poor unfortunate parent that's still alive,
Which is
like,
so fucked up.
Dad was a good parent.
Yeah,
basically.
Jesse is just like says something mean to her and then leaves, and then the younger brother looks at his mom and just says, "Dad would believe me about the Angels."
Yeah.
And just gets up and leaves. It's like, this mom has done nothing but be a good mom.
Yeah. Also, no, he probably wouldn't have.
No, he probably would have been like, "Shut the fuck up, weirdo. Play football like your brother."
Shut the hell up. I believe in mutants, not...
Got shot in the eye.
What are they called in Heroes? They're not mutants,
no, they're not
but
mut-
I mean...
that's trademarked.
Right.
3 seasons and then gone. That's what they're called.
It was all Milo Ventimilla's fault. He got too big.
Yeah.
He just got.
Is
too
that
big.
whose fault it was?
Yeah, Milo Ventimiglia, yeah.
Maybe it was just poor structure.
Maybe it was just a shitty show.
Well,
and that's
no,
what
the
it
thing
was.
about it was like it was a succinct story. Save the cheerleaders, save the world, and they did it. They accomplished what they set out.
Because they didn't think they were going to get a season 2.
But now, when they were trying to pull things out their butt by the 3rd season, Christian Bell showing up, and I was like, "Oh,
Damn,
boy,
you just brought up some shit that I wanted to mention. The fucking cheerleaders for this team. As if it wasn't bad enough that the team
Omega
is
Muse?
retarded. They had to bring in, yes, the Omega Muse. Yes.
Oh, Barb.
Yeah.
Barb was there.
Yeah.
God, I didn't get that.
They're like, hey, Spanish kid, you're mine now.
Yeah. So
I'm Barb.
Jesse goes to the football field, and he's just sitting there, and there's a dad and his 2 kids playing football, and the coach sees him, and he's like, there's nothing better than ending my career like this. And he's like, what? It's like, why is he just so casually being like, yeah, I'm retiring?
Yeah, out of nowhere.
And he hasn't told anyone else as far as we know. And at the end of the movie, he doesn't tell anyone else. It's only Jesse that knows this.
No, he says it in the final,
yeah, but it's like, why would you just
halftime.
fucking drop that out of nowhere? Like, oh yeah, I'm retiring, by the way. Anyway, keep playing like you're normally playing.
Yeah, from the beginning, it should have been like, only 12 games from retirement.
Yeah. Damn. And I was 1 day away from retiring.
Just like Danny Glover.
Yeah, damn.
Danny Glover isn't retiring in the first movie. Just from Lethal Weapon.
You know he was supposed to die
in that movie?
In that movie.
Sweet.
Yeah. They should have killed Mel Gibson.
Was he
for real?
Was he excessively?
What, did he try to rob a gas station too?
No, he's just racist.
Was he excessively?
No, I meant Danny Glover.
Oh my.
Was he?
And that's how he dies.
Was he in the Pacific Northwest? Him?
Yeah. Could have been gone.
They wouldn't have been like, oh, it's his first time. It was his last time.
No. So he's.
I gotta find the Saw killer.
He sits there and he tells he tells Jesse, like, your dad was so good and you're good too, and I've kept a spot open for you on the roster for some fucking reason.
Because nobody else wanted to play.
Yeah,
probably.
right.
Even though everybody's been showing up to practice, they've been suiting up, they've been playing the games. I just heard you were possibly implicated in a theft, but hey, kid, you get to play the championship.
Hey, kid, 30 years ago, your dad kicked ass. Come on over to the team.
And he was stubborn as hell.
30 years ago, your dad,
He sucked my dick.
I was getting there.
I said I owed him a favor. Here's that favor.
It was me and him and Christopher Lloyd Angel. And
He was a hard.
and we really got it on.
And that retard coach assistant.
Artie.
What is this? Goddamn sleepers now?
But yeah, so he tells him, like, come play on the team. So he's like, okay, I'll think about it. So then,
He thinks about it, and we're done.
yeah, next day, it's the big final game against the hitting you over the head fucking demons, and fucking Satan shows up in the screen. The shot, he's like, He totally reminds me of that old Jackass stunt where Chris Pontius dressed up as the
yeah.
devil and was walking through the street and was like, California, it like belongs to the devil, and like people were beating him up. Shit was so funny.
He reminds me of when Jason Sudeikis did the devil on Saturday Night Live.
That's what that is exactly what he looks like. Red hood, horns,
Oh,
like
yeah.
goatee.
Hey, I'm not such a bad guy.
And also, that's not a demon, that's the devil.
Yeah.
You've got two teams mixed up.
Well, the mascot controls the demon.
Which is funny because I feel like they probably tried to go with the Devils, and then the Arizona Sun Devils were like, no. And they're like, all right.
Yeah. Plus, demons and angels, they're the same thing.
Yeah.
You can't have a bunch of angels versus, like, the Prince of Darkness.
Yeah, so it's like
Ozzy Osbourne?
It's like Jesus Christ, the Jesus Christ.
That'd be
versus
funny.
the
That would
Devils.
that would be a fucking sweet team, dude. The Crucifiers versus...
Bum, bum, bum.
What? They come on the field for cross or something? Come on, man.
No, which leads me into another thing that I'm very confused about is why all of a sudden are the coaches and the fans wearing the 1990s period Anaheim Angels hats now?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that part of the uniform?
I don't know because it's not even those colors.
No,
The
it's
colors
not.
are white and light blue.
And he has a jacket that has the symbol for the school on it with a football. Also, how does Jesse have a Letterman jacket and he's not even on varsity and he's a freshman?
Yeah, and his Letterman jacket, like usually W's don't look like upside down M.
Yeah, they bought. The guy was like, the school's called. What's the school called?
Westfield.
Mestfield, right? And they're like, oh god damn it! That was the last of the budget.
And that's when they see it because they're doing the whole montage how they're all winning, and so they're all walking around the halls with their Letterman jackets.
Mestfield.
And I'm just like, oh, so you've been acquitted of a crime? Let me put on my Letterman jacket.
No, he gets a Letterman patch. Most white kids get it. It's I got acquitted of a crime I should have been in jail for.
Yeah, it's kind of a rite of passage.
Yeah.
You wouldn't understand.
Well, at least he didn't have to Photoshop those pictures of him being on the field then.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually, true story, almost got one for like literally 1 week of being in cheerleading.
No, see, it's funny you say that because I was so fucking pissed about. I was in. This is gonna sound so fucking nerdy that I'm gonna complain about this, but I was in
Chess club
drama from freshman year to senior year, and I did a bunch of shows, and I was the lead role in Romeo and Juliet my senior year. But that wasn't recognized by the school district as anything that you could get a letter for.
Sure.
Fast forward 2 years, they start giving out letters for fucking theater, and I asked if I could get one. They're like, "Oh, we're not doing, post ones anymore."
Hey,
fuck you, Fremont Unified School District.
You think Tony Hawk's upset that skateboarding is going to be in the Olympics? Probably not.
No, because he's fucking sick.
Yeah,
so he's
made
got
a
hella
lot of
money. I don't.
Yeah.
I would like one victory, please.
I understand. So yeah, at this point,
the game goes back and forth.
So well, they establish a rivalry that never existed.
Yes, but that kid has the best fucking line. He's one of the two people who acknowledges that Jesse's dad is dead. He says, "Hey, Jesse, didn't see you at the father-son barbecue."
He didn't say that, did he?
Yes,
I missed that.
He straight up says that.
That caught me because I was like zoning out because it's like, oh, it's paint by the numbers. I know how this is gonna go, but he straight out said that to his face, and he's like, Matthew Warner's character's like, "You're going down, man."
Yeah, he has no comeback.
You never met this kid ever in your life.
You're going down. Even though you got
like, we haven't.
Even though you have like 3 feet on me and 150 pounds, I'm gonna take you down.
No, yeah, this is like a child going up against a professional linebacker.
Yeah,
it's just like, yeah, he says, "Huh, Jesse, didn't see you at the father-son barbecue."
I'm like, we got 15 minutes left, and we're establishing rivalries and new characters.
He's like, yeah, well, my dad's too busy being barbecued.
And you would think that rivalry will come back.
Nope.
You never see them again either.
Nope.
That was just, I don't know what that was. And so then, basically, Christopher Lloyd shows up again, and the kid's like, all right, the Angels here? And he's like, nope. And this was a rule in the last one, too.
Yeah.
It was like, sorry, we can't help with championship games. It's like, what?
Which is later stolen in an episode of The Fairly Odd Parents, where they can't help them for the last 2 minutes of a basketball game, because that's the most competitive point of a basketball game.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Well, what's weird here, and I was going to save it for, like, the end, the moral of the story here, but basically the moral of the story here is, like, it's okay to cheat to get to a certain point.
Yeah.
As long as you don't cheat by the end of it.
Yeah. You should always cheat on the first 75 questions on your test, but the last 25, that's up to you and your confidence.
What I got out of it was the moral story. You can go mess up your life and still come back as the star of the team.
Only if you're white, Vicente.
I was just
Stop saying that.
Because
you need to learn, sir.
Because apparently Cara, where the hell contrived Latino name they made, ended up getting barbed.
Pascal.
And Pascal.
He's a chameleon.
He's literally the only person who actually has talent on the team and only gets certified as possibly mentally challenged because he's a foreigner.
Which is so good. I love that the only non-white character who really has anything going for him in it is just like, they're like, no. He's the only one who's not white. We can't make him retarded. Make him foreign. That's basically it, right?
Yeah.
And give him barb.
But before Christopher Lloyd leaves, he makes a random stab at Utah Jazz.
Yeah, which is like, basketball did it better. Fuck off.
I never even saw that movie.
Basketball?
Yeah.
In the beginning of basketball, they talk about the history of sports teams moving all over the place, and then they're like, and then the New Orleans Jazz moved to Utah where there's no jazz. It's just like, but yeah, he says, oh, we do all sports. Baseball, football, but the only one that I don't understand is the Utah Jazz. And he just like looks and he's like, well, all right, kid. Hope you guys can pull this one out. Bye.
Yeah, well, he goes, I don't see the connection. All right.
Your mom's pretty hot, kid. All right, see you later.
Well, that's why we send down that's Jazz in the end zone there.
He's just dancing.
Just
Oh, but I also forget.
Mom, some soulful black men and an alligator came down and helped the team.
It's the ghost of Chubbs. It's all in the hips.
Mom, the princess and the frog came down and shot the basket.
Angels at half court coming next year.
Yeah, like does the Angels only help out teams called the Angels?
Yeah,
or,
right.
Right? Raptors in the
non-denominational.
There's like a really shitty team called the Atheists. It's like, nah, fuck them. They can lose.
So, like, would the Redskins be helped out by like an old Navajo shaman man? They just
the Phoenix Suns are just baking, just like. Ah! It's so hot for the other team they can't play.
The Raiders just come out and suck.
Scurvy for everybody.
It's hard being a Raiders fan.
Jets just flying overhead, so like the other team's distracted at all times.
Here I am. Rock me like a hurricane.
And the Patriots just cheat.
Yeah.
They cheat. They straight up just cheat.
But yeah, so he leaves. The coach comes over to the kid and is like, "Hey, so the Angels," and he's like, "Yeah, I got some bad news.
I'm crazy.
They're not here, and you're really not helping with my delusions. Coming and asking me about those Angels.
Stop enabling me.
Stop enabling me. No, yeah, he's just like, yeah, they're not.
Well, because nobody ever has a real conversation about him of being like, I believe.
Only he does.
Which is a big thing in the first movie, is that, like, basically nobody really believes, other than Joseph Gordon-Levitt, the little black boy that he lives with, and then also Danny Glover eventually starts believing, right? But then, in, like, a court custody, but I don't know what's going on there.
Oh,
but
yeah.
basically, the court and everybody, like, it becomes public record of being like, we believe, and people standing up, I believe, and I believe, right? There is this very heavy undertone of being like, oh, like, I believe in angels, quote unquote, I believe in God, right?
Yeah.
And this doesn't have any of that.
No,
Like-
it's just like, whatever. It's inconsequential.
Right.
Whether or not anyone believes in the Angels, whether or not anyone believes this kid, it doesn't matter at all.
Right. And somehow now the entire team is good.
Yeah.
That they were actually able to put up.
They just literally needed the confidence. Which is so dumb. Such
Confidence,
a
you mean brains.
This is the end of Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
He's like, you've always had brains.
Square rudder 62.
Me? Not you, though.
I'll miss you most of all, retard.
All the quarterback needed was LASIK.
He just needed to know how to put his fucking glasses on his face.
Yeah. So yeah, they're putting up a fight against the best team in the high school league I
Ever.
guess.
The best
Yeah.
defensive
They literally say it's the best team.
Yeah.
the
That's
best
not even in their
defense.
league. They just say it's the best team.
Yeah. And then they're up to like the final point, and like the kid is going, like Jesse is going to score, right? He's been put me in, coach, and he puts him in, and so basically
And then he has sex on the field. He scores in front of everyone. Actually, really quick, I just
with
wanted
one of the moves.
I just wanted to throw this out there. I just realized is they also only play home games.
Yeah.
It's just like that's weird.
Yeah.
Because you could get so much mileage just from like the road trip thing, like in a bus or
Yeah.
or something like
The
that.
Angels help
you
the
know?
the bus not overturn
You
on the
know, that's
freeway.
something like
Yeah.
that, and then Jesse like makes it to the away game somehow.
Yeah.
He could have still made it, but nobody leaves.
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
So Jesse's up there, and then his wig falls off, and he's a girl. And
All right,
it's a reverse Ladybugs.
They're like,
all right,
"What?"
all right, Amanda Bynes.
Yeah. I want Drake to murder my pussy.
Wait. or which one is it? Just another one of the guys. I'm a girl.
Oh, I love that movie.
Bam.
That's a great movie.
What movie's that?
Just One of the Guys. It's an
Yeah.
80s movie where a girl can't. Basically, she wants to be a reporter for the school paper, but they're only hiring like dudes for some reason.
Joanna Man. I've
Yeah.
seen that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but this is like the original, like of this kind of like formula.
Yeah.
And so she's already got short hair, I think. Or
No, she cuts her hair.
Oh, that's right. She cuts her hair, and she straight up looks like Danielson from Karate Kid the whole movie.
Yeah, she does.
Right.
She
And-
wears like overly baggy, like 50s jackets. And,
Yeah, well, she's got like the Ferris Bueller kind
Yeah,
of jacket,
she's
like the
got that,
leather,
yeah.
black, and just goes around the basically being both roles. You know, that kind of like
Yeah,
you know,
I get
thing.
it. I get it.
You know, but by the end of the movie, the person that she's in love with
Is gay.
No, he's not gay, right?
Oh.
But thinks because he's talking to a man, and he's like, she's like, I love you, and he's like, I don't swing that way, and she's like, she kisses him, and he's like, Jesus Christ, right? And
She's like, I'm still not gay.
right, and then like because she's in a tuxedo, just rips her shirt open, and she wasn't wearing a bra, and you just boom,
on knockers.
yeah, breasts, and she's a gorgeous girl too.
You see her tits?
Yeah,
It's like
Movies on my watch list
yeah,
now.
but Sherilyn.
I'm a chick.
But Sherilyn Fenn is in it as well. Twin Peaks.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's the hot girl that the brother
Yeah.
is gonna sleep with. But she also has a crush on the girl as a boy. Like it's a
Nice.
really good movie.
I'll
Actually,
have to check it out.
Yeah.
Do you know what isn't a good movie?
What?
Welcome back to Angels in the End Zone.
Also, it's like we also forget that the only reason also that
I know we went on a tangent not related to the movie,
that-
just
yeah,
related to a joke I threw.
Yeah, because the wig felling. But the thing is, it's like there was a serious injury in this one final game. One guy got taken out by the
yeah.
the
He
player.
like tore his ACL. He's out forever.
You know, and I see him in the crutches. He's like, "Yeah, let's go." It's like, dude, your career, whatever it was, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
One
right
more concussion for Billy Bob.
After we right before Jesse goes is basically just like, fuck all you guys who have been working really hard. The only way we're gonna win is with me. We're introduced to the only other person that is not white in this entire movie. The black guy who just sits down and says, "We're not gonna win this." And he's like, "Shut up. Yeah, we are." And that's it.
I'm on like,
Thanks for that, man.
Shut up and listen to your Jay-Z.
you're gonna.
He's new.
They gave him an earring too. They really had to like solidify it.
I was all like, you're gonna follow up with something, right? Because we have the spirit, or we got this, or we got faith, or a callback to something his dad said to him,
faith.
you know. But it was like, nah, man. I reassured you. I'm the white main dude, and that's all I needed, bro. That's all. If you said it, then I believe it.
Well, because his brother Kevin comes to him and is like, "Look, here's the deal. You've been good the whole game, but it's straight up not because of the Angels."
And he's like, "No, I know I got an angel."
I don't quite understand this kind of thing, right? Where like somebody reveals something to somebody, like mid like they're in a good stride. They're in a
like
good
why would you tell
performance.
anyone?
Yeah, just don't, like tell them at the end, being like, "That was all you, bro," and then it'd be like, "Oh, awesome, okay."
Same shit as Space Jam when they tell them that there is no Michael special juice and they're just drinking water.
Yeah,
fuck, man. No, but yeah, he tells him like, "There's no angels. You guys are on your own," and he goes, "No, there is an angel though. He's watching out for me." Talking about his fucking dad.
Right.
It's like, yeah, but your dad ain't helping you catch any passes, idiot. So get out there and win the game.
So then, in a moment that was done one thing, and it was kind of like just to symbolize to one other person, being like, oh, the angels are present. Is that like the little boy flaps his arms like Joseph Gordon-Levitt in the first movie, and then it's just like, hey, remember that time that the Angels kind of cheated in '94 and everybody was doing this? Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Let's symbolize to everyone that we cheated this whole season.
I mean, if it wasn't clear already. So then the ball is hiked. It gets passed to Jesse, and Jesse begins running in slow motion. And then
that's after what Tyler said, who said, forget the plays.
Yes.
I'm going to win the game.
Right. And then the sky immediately, like somebody like colorized the entire movie to make it look like a dark royal blue.
Yes. And then a hole opens out of the ground and the demons in the end zone come out and he has to fight them. And it is so fucking cool. Yeah. And he's just like slaying through them.
Joey!
And then he gets dragged to hell.
Come get some.
And spoiler alert, his dad's down there with his mistress.
Horn-rimmed glasses.
Welcome to hell.
You're a horny little bird? Well, here's a horny little bird for you.
Yeah, but it does. The scene does get colorized to like a deep royal blue, and
it's like a day for night thing,
right? And as he's running in slow mo, it just gets darker and darker until it's like black midnight out, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, what just happened? Like it really does seem like a hole is gonna open up, and then at the end of the end zone, there is his dad, but no angel wings. It's just straight up his dad, like in like whatever outfit that they want to put him in.
The narration of the last piece of advice starts playing back in his head,
and he's like, "Oh, Dad," and his dad's like, "Yeah, it's me, but I can only appear when it's midnight and raining out because it starts raining too for no reason, right?" And then he gives him like a last, "I can only appear during a championship in the rain, in the dark," and then he gives him a thing of advice or something, or just being like, it doesn't matter. It's just inspirational.
Just get a touchdown, you fucking idiot.
He hugs his dad, right? And then the scene switches back over to what everybody else sees. And yes, he crossed the finish line, and he's hugging the goalpost.
It's like that scene in MacGruber where he's having sex with the tombstone.
And then they win the championship. And then what I can only assume is fireworks from Disneyland.
They see them from 6,000 miles away.
Are right in their backyard.
Yeah.
Yes, because Westfield is just Anaheim, I guess.
Well, I was trying to figure that out because they play a team I was like, where does this take place? And they said Westfield, and I was like, that's nowhere. But they're like playing the orange, like whatever it was. And I was like, oh, is it down here? But then it was like the weather report was for the Pacific Northwest.
Pacific Northwest, yeah.
So I was like, oh, this film is geographically confused.
Yeah. And then everybody walks off, and it's a wide shot of everybody walking away from the camera towards the fireworks, and then there's a lone helmet left on the field, and I don't understand why. And
because one of the players died.
I think it was for the players left behind on the field.
There's a new angel in the end zone.
Yeah, for the demons.
Yeah, that'd be a cool angels versus demons in the end zone.
Yeah. Also, I like how that
a new Ron Howard
in
film.
in his run, in his like touchdown run, that one huge guy who made that like terrible joke about his dad, he literally took him down, just like give him a stiff arm right in the head and be like, boom.
Yeah, he just knocks him down. It's cool.
Sure.
So yeah, that's Angels in the end zone.
Yeah. Would you recommend this film?
No.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
No.
No.
I would barely recommend the first one.
I honestly feel for Christopher Lloyd in all of this. Like, really do. Like, honestly, I was just like, what?
Yeah, but don't feel too bad because give him 15 years and he'll do Food Fight.
Oh, yeah.
With Charlie Sheen
Yeah.
and Eva Longoria.
I don't understand why, like, they were like, yeah, Christopher Lloyd, you're always going to have crazy hair.
Well, here's the thing. About Christopher Lloyd. I challenge you to go look at his filmography and tell me what good films he's really made other than the 3 Back to the Futures and 1 Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Okay.
Because, like, there's not much else.
Okay. Yeah.
Little Geniuses?
You mean Baby Geniuses?
Baby Geniuses?
Baby Geniuses?
Little Geniuses is about a bunch of midgets that are smart.
The Page Master?
No, we already did that.
God damn it, no. Yeah, see what I mean? He's really not...
Dennis the Menace.
Oh, okay.
The can of
beans.
The can of beans.
That movie fucking sucks.
But it's fun.
It's fun,
I
yeah.
bet they don't even close their doors.
Yeah.
The best thing he's done is his cameo in A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Oh, yeah.
He's like,
That they ruined in the trailer.
Yeah, they did, and it's the only good part of that movie.
Yeah.
so, what do you got there? It's just,
Actually, I like that movie.
it's
just Family Guy in the Wild West,
Yeah.
but not good.
Well, there's a really weird, like, come-around joke in that movie about the fact that Liam Neeson is the bad guy cowboy because there's a Family Guy throwaway sketch where they're, like, talking about how Liam Neeson could never play anyone other than an Irish person, and then it was, like, him as a cowboy in the throwaway cutaway, and he's like Irish cowboy. And when they asked him to do the movie, he said, okay, but I got to be an Irish cowboy. And they were like, damn, all right.
Yeah, he came back out. He cashed in on that.
I like
one.
Neeson in, I think it's Ted 2.
Oh, yeah.
What is it? The Tricks?
Yeah.
They say tricks are for kids. But if I take these home and I eat them, what's going to happen?
My favorite Liam Neeson role is when he's on the stage and he's like, I was going to kill that guy.
I knew you were going to do it.
That's all right. We're not living that down.
I actually like him in Darkman. He was pretty good in Darkman.
I never seen that.
It's a Sam Raimi film. How have you not seen that one?
Rami?
Huh.
Rami?
Raimi.
Raimi.
It's not a rabbi.
Rabbi.
The Evil Dead, huh?
I going to make the Spider-Man.
So, God damn it. Jaws?
The Peter Parker.
Turned into a Judo-Christian discussion.
Jaws scale.
Oh, good. Yeah. 3? It's not, I mean, it's a movie. It'd be fine for your kids.
It was filmed.
Yeah. But it's not awful in the way of like unwatchable. It's just like you don't want to watch it.
It's really good if you're trying to indoctrinate your children into the Christian religion.
Yeah.
And also scare them the hell away from school psychologists.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to
kids.
say 3.
I agree.
Okay.
I concur with 3.
I'll give this a 3.
Okay.
Angels in my end zone.
No, that's what happened to Ginger Kid in jail.
Oh, no.
Oh, but Al said the last thing. Remember, we're always watching.
Oh, yeah. That's what he said in the first one,
terrifying.
too, right?
Even when you're masturbating.
He said, great Scott!
Marty, in the future, you're going to masturbate pretty easily as you shake around.
Marty, in the future they got fleshlights. Do you even know what a pocket pussy is?
They call it Mr. Flesh.
Doc, no, I don't. Fleshlight's gonna bring forth an auto sucker.
This is heavy, Doc.
Why is this thing so big?
Because it's based on an 80s product instead of things that are small.
Anyway, so
Biff is basically gonna become president.
Jeez.
it's like real now.
No, it is.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
You gotta help me. The guy from Home Alone 2 is gonna be president.
Macaulay Culkin?
The guy who did that McDonald's Grimace commercial. Fucking insane.
He was on Fresh Prince too. Yeah.
Oh God.
The Donald.
We've got to save the emails.
So this is what we thought about the film, but there's still someone that we haven't heard from yet. And a segment we like to call, What Did Carly Think?
Well, from the first 30 minutes of the film that she watched, and that being it, because I fell asleep and then she went to work this morning, she was confused because she's never seen Angels in the outfield, so she didn't really understand what was happening.
I feel like it's pretty straightforward, though.
Yeah, no, I explained it to her.
Team sucks. Angels help them win.
Yeah, and she was like,
Two sentences.
She did ask something that was cracking me up. She was just like, are these just sports angels? Like, does this suggest that there's other types of angels that help other types of people? So I was thinking about it, I was like, damn, is there like doctor's angels and all that kind of shit? But
Angels in the OR.
But she actually
Just like hearts are floating across the room.
she actually let out a hearty laugh when they said that the dad died. So
Evil.
she was like, she knew it was gonna happen. So
Okay.
not great.
All right.
Good movie to fall asleep to.
Sure. So, that's our opinion. That's Carly's opinion. But some people had a super positive opinion about this film. And those people, we ask, give me 5. These are 5 or 10-star reviews pulled from IMDb or Amazon. And if we can't find a 5-star review, we try to find a 1-star. So what do we got today, Tyler?
We couldn't find any 10 stars, so
Okay.
we have an 8 and a 4.
Thanks, pal.
You're welcome. It's hard to find reviews for this because it like doesn't really exist almost.
Right.
Yes, go with that 8 first.
Go with the 8 first. Okay.
Yes.
So, this is written by C. Freight, June 20th of 2007. Okay? Titled, Excellent Sequel. It's rare that a sequel is as good or better than the original, but Angels in the Endzone is certainly that. It's the story of a boy who loses interest in football after his father dies, but regains his love of football. Regains his love of the game with help from on high. A fine cast featuring Christopher Lloyd as future quote hero Jack Coleman headline this film. That what the hell is going on?
This is actually one of the mentally deficient football players writing this review.
I'm reading it verbatim here. A fine cast featuring Christopher Lloyd and future, quote, hero Jack Coleman headline this film that, while less lighthearted than Angels in the Outfield, is more emotionally satisfying. Who is Jack Coleman?
She's talking about the Jack Coleman's the
HRV.
dad from Heroes.
Peter Harper.
Future hero. Why didn't you say heroes?
Because there's only one of them in this thing.
Damn it. The director coaxes very believable and heartwarming performances from the younger stars, and the football sequences are much more believable than most bigger budget films.
What?
Hell yeah.
What?
Yeah.
In the hell?
I hate necessary roughness. 8 out of 10 stars. Damn.
Yeah. See, and it's like I could have found a 10 out of 10, but that person really liked this movie.
Yeah. Okay.
This next one's great.
Okay. This one is written by Elisa G. Averill. This is on Amazon. Here we go. Had to replace a library copy. Not really a favorite movie, but I played it before taking it to the library, and it was great. Delivery and service were great, too. 4 out of 5 stars. I hate you.
It's like, oh, my kid took this from the library and lost it, so I had to buy it to replace it. It was okay, I guess.
Figured I'd watch it before I turned it back
4
in.
out of 5.
Okay.
See, that's the problem with like Amazon reviews. It's always just people being like, it came to my house, I guess.
It got here on time. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is Angels in the Endzone. Before we wrap up, Vicente, thank you for your small but very valued time here.
Thank you very
I'm
much
very,
for that.
very sad to see you go. I'm always sad to see somebody, that was adding something to the show to have to leave. And I just want to let you know you're welcome anytime. You're like,
Why,
hey,
thank you.
like. I got this movie I used to love, like Robot Jocks, and I want to come back on.
I'm never gonna live that down.
What do you got? Well, what do you,
Don't ever
Is
bring
there-
Robot Jocks
is there
here again.
is there anything else? Is there anything else that you really?
No, I'd have to think about that. But I even in retrospect, just really quickly, that moment when you asked me, "Hey, tell me a movie," I literally just
Just
came
popped in there.
and then I showed you the YouTube video. Like,
Yeah.
what is this?
Yeah. That's still one of my favorite like improv sessions that we've done is all the tech stuff.
God, Tex. That shit got us on a list.
Yeah. That wouldn't have happened to Jesse.
Let him off with a warning, boys.
But, I mean, it's just like you should have made a.
I'll see you in hell, Christopher Lloyd, with the demons.
You should really make a shirt of him sweating and said, "I'm the spy."
I'm the spy. Still love that.
Let's make a sweaty Tex shirt.
All right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm the with the thumbs up.
Yeah,
I'm the spy.
See you in hell.
Geronimo.
But sincerely, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to share this moment together, the episodes we've done, and for, I'm humbled for having the privilege to be invited to be a part of this that will continue on, and what
Indeed.
came before and what is still to come,
Mhm.
which I'm very excited to.
I just go through co-host once a year. It's cool.
No, it's fine. I feel like
It's like once a month now.
I feel like I'm a red shirt on Star Trek.
Ensign Morales.
It's like Galaxy Quest. It's all like, what's my name, huh? What's my name?
Damn.
I'm just part of the engineering team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you were a great asset, especially in the live, situations. Your creative, I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the word, but
Juices.
Yeah, juices, right?
I got the juice.
Greatly improved the quality of the live shows over the past, couple that we've done, and I just thank you for all your time. Honestly.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
thank you guys, and everybody listening. Please continue to listen. Bring in more fans.
They're like, fuck this, we're done.
No, bring in more fans.
Oh, great.
and
Two
then-
white guys. I'll do one of those podcasts.
Two white guys doing a movie podcast? I've never heard of that. Every time we have a little bit of diversity, they're like, "Oh, a gay guy gone. Oh,
A woman.
a not-white gal."
A woman gone.
Literally, the only person is a straight white male that's been able to stay by my side.
The
I
guy-
got nothing else going on.
The guy who has to have weather patterns explained to him. What is this? You see, this is what happens when the weather changes. And milk.
So, thank you for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, like you said, please continue to listen. Please join us for April 27th, Plan 9 from Outer Space. Tickets are on sale at www.thefreedacinema.org/events/bombsaway-live. You can also, if this is your first episode tuning in, which I don't know why it would be.
Way to make an impression.
No, I'm serious. Like, why would you tune into the sequel episode to something we did 100 episodes ago? And like, find your favorite. I tell people all the time, I'm like, find a movie that you've seen before and find like your favorite one and go from there to get all the jokes. Like, don't tune into one that you've never seen yet.
I would say definitely go for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a good introduction to what the team is now,
Yeah.
but not anymore.
What it was?
Yeah.
What it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Then,
But yeah.
Yeah, check that out. But I mean, if it is your first time, thank you, welcome. And
I hope we were gentle.
yeah,
Yes.
more gentle than Christopher Lloyd does in that psychiatrist scene. But no, thank you for joining us, and make sure you rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes, and you can review us on Facebook, and you can find us Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter at Bombs Away Show. You can also get T-shirts. We have plenty of T-shirts coming up. And we have plenty of T-shirts already available on our TeePublic store. That's teepublic.com/stores/bombs-away-show. Or just search for Bombs Away in TeePublic. You should be able to find a couple of our shirts right off the bat.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Angels in the End Zone. Please join us next week as we celebrate Easter with 2011's Bunny Man.
I'm excited.
And that will take us through April. After that, we're celebrating spring break with Nightmare Beach from 1989. And then the last day of the month, April 30th, will be the sequel to Ewok's Caravan of Courage with Battle for Endor. That's for Star Wars Day, May the 4th. And then, ladies and gentlemen, if you are in the Santa Ana area and you want to come down and you want to see me and Tyler do other things other than the show, we do have the Cartoon Block Party, which will be April 28th, the day after our Plan 9 from Outer Space. $5, and you'll get to see your favorite cartoons up on the big screen. 4 of your favorite cartoons. I'm just going to put it out there that these will be Nicktoons. Maybe I wasn't supposed to say it.
I was going to say Nicholas cartoons.
Yeah.
But, okay.
And so there'll be 4 of, every last Sunday of the month, we're doing Cartoon Block Party. Me and Tyler are hosting it and just getting people to come out and celebrate their love of their favorite cartoons from their past.
And there's food.
There's food. There's pancakes. There's cereal. Come dressed up in your PJs or your onesies because it's a celebration of basically Saturday morning cartoons as a kid.
Hell yeah.
Okay. And then May the 4th, we are hosting a Dusk Till Dawn sci-fi marathon here from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. It'll be 6 movies, and me and Tyler will also be hosting that. It's called Starship Frida. I believe tickets are on sale now, and I believe they're $20. And you get 6 movies, and actually there's more than 6 because, starting with the second film all the way to the 5th film, you get your choice between our 2 screens. So there's actually, in retrospect, there's not 12. It'd be like
10.
Yeah.
You
or
basically
8, or, I don't know.
have the opportunity to watch 6 complete films.
Right.
But there will be a
Choices.
choice of 10 films.
Yes. So that will be May the 4th from Dusk Till Dawn.
And it's
is
gonna
how I like to
be-
say it, but it's 8 p.m. to 8 a.m.
It is going to be insane.
Yeah, we've done we've done this marathon. We do a horror version of it every year, and this is our second time doing the sci-fi version. And it's all themed out. It's like you're going to be in a spaceship, like airport is the lobby, and then both theaters are going to be like you're actually in the spaceship, kind of like Star Tours, and you're watching an in-flight movie as you travel from place to place.
It is going to be awesome. I'm super excited about
Yeah.
it. It's going to be funny. It's going to be fun.
Yep.
Hope to see you guys there.
Absolutely. So, and if you're not there, sorry,
Fuck you.
Tell your local independent theater to start coming up with some cooler themes and ideas and stuff.
Yeah, and we're glad to host.
Yes.
We'll do it for $50 each and a meatball sub.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. This has been a blast. Thank you, Vicente, for joining us.
Thank you for not cutting my mic yet.
Oh, you're welcome.
We're going to play you off. I just want to thank the producers.
Don't put my fucking mic off. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Join us next week for Bunny Man, and and see you April 27th at the Frida Cinema. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Vicente. Thank you, listeners, and thank you to the show.
And I'm Tyler.
All right, and we're always watching.
This has been a production of Big Bulb Entertainment, executive produced by Jonathan Young. For more media and information, visit us at www.bigbulbentertainment.com. Big Bulb, what's your bright idea?